YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. Hi, Dr. Nick.
I'm on the wrong week.
Oh, this is amazing.
That's a really good angle of the Facebook page.
Is it?
Yeah, man.
Sick. Cool, you ready?
You ready?
Yeah. Welcome to TWS, the BroDans. There's a sneaky little rat in the chat room. His name is Splinter.
Oh wow!
He's going to be an absolute soundbite tonight.
If that's, I'm not going to be called a rat. I'm going to sort off back to my own week.
Splinter was a 6-foot rat. You're not a 6-foot rat.
Would you prefer Sensei?
Sensei?
I'm here to just to give them their annual review.
Yeah.
It's their appraisal time for the
Ofsted.
family.
You're Ofsted.
We've had some complaints.
Yeah. This is TWS Family Ofsted edition. We will be previewing tonight Slammiversary 15/12. I'm not 100% sure. We'll get to that later.
Hashtag Slam15.
Slam15.
Apparently.
2 M's.
Hashtag TWS.
Get it trending.
Get it trending. But no, guys, this will be Team BroDans tonight, actually, because unfortunately Lissy is at A&E right now. So everyone's saying
yeah, actually, that's quite... You got your phone on you. Can get
I've got my phone on her. I will keep everyone updated. If everyone's really up for it. She's just been through triage. And basically, she's taken a knock to the arm. It looks...
You're using that story, right?
Yeah. She didn't say
what
anything.
really
She
happened.
says.
Well, you tell the listeners
She didn't
what
even,
really happened.
She
Scott.
just said the triage didn't even look at it. Gave me ibuprofen and that was it.
Oh.
That's classic triage. Classic triage. But anyway, so that is where Lissy's at. Kieran is house sitting for a friend.
Oh.
And funny story, I played golf with Kieran yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
We're not the best of golfers, so it's a very humbling experience.
Have you done the... were you playing golf? Or crazy golf? Or pitch and... Not pitch and putt?
Pitch about it.
Is it pitch and putt where you stand the thing and you just shoot balls out?
Driving range.
Driving range.
I did a driving range and then we played a little bit of golf. It was a full 9 holes of actual golf. So we're talking like 300...
So posh.
we were talking like 350 yard holes. So instead of it being like a par 4, that's more of a par 8 to us.
Yeah.
You know, par 6 to 8, somewhere around there. So anyway, I was talking to Kieran.
You got no idea what he's talking
No,
about.
so Kieran's house sitting for a friend. They've got a gecko.
Have they?
And they left a Tupperware of crickets.
Oh,
crickets.
I've done this.
And
What's it got to do with golf?
he told me at golf.
Oh, okay.
He told me to golf.
Yeah.
We fed our horses and then he had to feed his gecko. So
that's not a euphemism.
yeah, he said he's scared of bugs. Okay, Kieran's a little bit, you know. So he's scared to open the Tupperware because he thinks they're all going to come out. So he's got pliers and he's feeding them grubs.
What?
They're dead. He's scared to touch the crickets.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm confused. Hang on, I'm totally confused. So hang on, he's scared of bugs, so he's using pliers to pick the things up.
But not the actual crickets. He's scared of the live ones. The dead grubs he can deal with.
It's a gecko, so the crickets are going to be small.
They are. But he's scared because he said there's loads of them in one Tupperware.
No.
So when you open the Tupperware, he's like, how are you supposed to get one
I've
out?
done this. I've done this for a bearded dragon.
Yeah.
I fed a bearded dragon giant crickets.
And we do not condone killing insects.
No.
And I couldn't personally do it.
As you'll find as the show goes on tonight, Scott's on a very political correctness at the moment.
I'm not on political correctness. I'm just a genuinely perfect person.
And this is the reason I'm here. I'm here to push Scott's buttons to see how far I can push the envelope.
And I'm
Talk
here.
about pushing buttons. You can push the button on your browser that says TotalWrestlingShow.com
Well done.
and you go to listen live. Get in that chat room because Joe and Dan are in there actually simultaneously.
Yeah.
So they're not Chip and Dale. That's going to be more Beavis and Button. And guys, you can also physically watch us. You can watch.
Bullies.
That is a 90s reference if I've ever heard one. You can see us currently in the. There's a foreign thing coming in there. On Periscope.
Isn't that what's CIAO?
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao! WFan2417 has joined. So you can see us on Periscope at TWS Radio, and that is also on Twitter. And you can also go to Facebook, which is TWS Radio, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Scott, you've been here a while now. Part of the review is what is everything of our social media?
TotalWrestlingShow.com.
No.
TWS Radio. So that means go to YouTube and look up TWS Radio.
You can also listen to TWS Radio at thebrothersor.bigcartel.com.
Can you?
No, but you can go there and buy new clothes.
I need to
Guys,
sign off on that.
but guys, if you can actually see us on YouTube. Is that live on YouTube or is it
No,
posted
we
later?
are posting later. For those of you, actually I should mention, we haven't really mentioned it. We are now posting all the shows on YouTube.
Ooh.
at Top Wrestling Show, just at TWS Radio.
Okay.
Apart from your last show, which I recorded and I deleted by accident.
Oh no!
By
Yeah, the show's wrong
accident.
there.
By accident, he says.
No, it's really good. So if you want to check us out on YouTube, you can check out the live video. It's normally up by midnight, normally of the night of the show. So we're doing all kinds of things on YouTube.
Are you in the Facebook? Can you
I
see
am
the
on
comments?
Facebook.
Because a big comment just came through. I don't know if we should read it out.
You carry on. I'll dig it up.
Yeah, I was about to say. Because I just saw a big one. I was trying to see it. I saw a big one. I tried to see it.
Well, we've got loads of people joining us on Facebook. My cousin's watching us on Facebook.
Hey, Shirley.
Join the family.
We've got people like Darren Ogden, Evening Gents, Jonathan Nichols.
Who was that?
Darren Ogden.
Darren Ogden.
Darren Ogden is he listening? Is that a thing?
Hey,
Hi,
Darren.
Darren.
I love Darren.
Jonathan Nicholas Dawson. Guys, I'm stuck on the way home from Taunton, but I will watch as soon as I'm home.
Yeah. Damn it.
Which means he's watching anyway. Andy Keenan, evening guys, and it's his birthday tomorrow.
Oh, happy birthday for tomorrow. What are we doing?
Well, watch on YouTube tomorrow. This is just for you for tomorrow. Happy birthday, Andy Keenan.
Happy birthday, Andy Keenan!
That's if he's watching YouTube tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Andy Keenan. Thank you for tagging me into everything to do with wrestling.
Thank you. Exactly.
Lizzie loves it, by the way.
Yeah. Joe, have you got your eyes on the show?
Oh, I haven't. What do you want?
You don't have to. We're playing this by ear. We're running amok.
What is it we're after?
This week on the show.
This week on the show, we have news in spandex with news on Chris Jericho, the Mae Young Classic, Big Baller Brand, Network and Chill, and a full preview of GFW Slammiversary XV featuring TWS Team Wars in the Prediction League.
Did you notice GFW Slammiversary?
And what else we got this week?
Prediction League.
No.
Network and Chill?
No. We are joined by Scott Steiner.
And Scott Steiner. He's in the studio, so if you go to Facebook,
I almost
you can
didn't
see
see
Big
him.
Papa Pump. He's using some sexy weight and he's doing his dips.
I almost did what?
Dips.
Oh, I almost didn't see him over there.
So yeah, if you are...
Me and him are going to have a pose up. Look at that shoulder on Periscope.
We've
Look at that red
got
delt.
2 lots of Scott Steiner coming up. You will hear him a bit in the main show, so you're listening live.
It's heavily edited on my behalf.
Yes, Scott's asked us to edit it. However, we have also got a special TWS Overload coming up for you podcast listeners,
Slightly less edited, but still very good. Listen.
which will be a lot of fun, and it's Scott Steiner covering a whole host of topics, including the most important one, #PineappleGate.
Ooh.
That's all we need to know from everyone, really.
It is really fair.
That's all we need.
That and finish him. But
Exactly.
he didn't do finish him.
I tell you what, when we have like a low week in wrestling, which apparently it doesn't exist anymore.
No.
Because there's
To be
always
paid
stuff
views.
No such
Yeah, I'd like to do finish him again.
No, you've done it once.
Because the problem was, I was getting like Johnny Devine and stuff, like finishes. And then when we did Bram and Cody, I'm going to throw it out there. It was easy.
Oh, wait.
RKO, attitude adjustment, the sop jalopy or whatever it's called. How you doing or something. Bada boom, green sky.
Bada boom shakalaka.
Yeah,
Won't be seeing that move anymore.
No, we will not.
Oh, so sad.
It was all these kind of crap. I was like, they're
But-
getting an easy run here. And I had Johnny Devine
But
swinging Larry or something. I was like, I don't know.
But you want to bear in mind what we do is, and this is a breaking the fourth wall, whatever you want to call that. Finishing, we literally take from the front and then we put them to the back.
Yeah.
So it goes in all in rotation. So
They just got
and
a
the
good
box is if you're I'm off on them. Well, you can see it from. No, you can't. Hang on.
What's this lovely decorated box?
Right. If you look on any of our social media on cameras now, that is the
box.
box, and it is huge. Look,
Your
that
box is huge, Dan.
Dan, I want you to read out the first one just to see if I can get it with one.
Go on then.
Let's play finishing.
No. There's so much to get to. Just read it out.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
See, team 2.
So you can go. Whoever gets it first.
Okay.
The wee boot.
Hornswoggle.
What did you say?
Hornswoggle.
What did you say?
Hornswoggle.
You're both wrong.
Oh!
Don't tell us. Yeah, throughout the show, I want to figure out
Yeah, that's
the wee boot.
I'll stew on that
Tweet us at TWS Radio.
Scottish.
I'm not saying. I'm not giving you
That's
any,
that's the kind of thing I get.
not giving you any clues.
Is there a
Dan, I'll
chance?
do one for you. Like, I'm just attitude adjustment.
That's John Cena.
Damn it.
No, I noticed someone on TNA was using it this week as well.
Really? Technically, Okada uses it as well.
It's quite a common
He
move.
calls it heavy rain.
I don't think you can make new moves anymore.
Do you know what? Periscope has a very foreign feel, doesn't it? Someone just said, hola.
I got to say, I have to say, our Facebook page at TWS Radio on the camera is going absolutely crazy.
It's because I got a sleeveless on, isn't it?
It's something like got to say, we've been asked to say hello to Kelly Clements and her 2 kids
Oh,
See, Scott, that's helping you with the younger demographic.
Yeah,
me,
that's
me
what I'm
keep-
looking
me
for.
keeping it PG.
they're the best.
Laura, I think it's Lara and Lewis.
Laura Lewis
hello.
and Kelly Clements.
They're waiting for their
Did I
dad
just
to
get
finish work.
Oh, wait, so when Dan gets in, you go to thebrothersor.bigcartel.com, you buy your all self-matching baseball teams.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe even a little sticker.
Maybe you should also actually go at James Daniels MC and give it a like.
There you go, we're
Do
very
give
good
it
at this
a
now.
like,
So
yes.
guys, during Dark Match, it gets a little bit frisky.
There's people turning off in their thousands.
A lot of people get a bit frisky, you know, in that Dark Match. We talk a bit of different
Very
stuff,
frisky.
you know, we talk a bit of pineapple,
I like
but
it.
there's always music playing in the background. And this week there was a lot of music. We had James Storm, Bobby Roode,
Free Live Crew, is that it?
Amazing Red,
But he did bother, didn't you?
Elix Skipper,
Abyss.
Abyss. Yeah.
Abyss, Raven.
AJ Styles.
So we had all these guys, and in the chat room, Drew, did anyone get it?
We did. Shinsuke Nakamura got it very quickly. Very good. I'm pretty sure Shinsuke Nakamura, formerly known as Sinkorma,
He's in the room at all times.
I'm pretty sure he's listening in on all our conversations because he got it before we even asked for the link.
And the answer was guys on the first ever Slammiversary.
Yeah.
Guys and girls, obviously.
That was
Actually,
fantastic.
thinking about it, I didn't think there was a girls' match.
I think Gail Kim was on.
There was a lot of
I don't
women
know if
like
she
ballet.
was.
There was a lot of women valeting.
She wasn't. No, there was no wrestling matches. But
No.
I don't know if she was even valeting back then
I don't know.
because she was. A,
She might have been still WWE.
she might have been actually.
2002.
We'll get fact check. We'll get fact check.
WrestleMania 18. That's a long time ago. That
Where's
year.
that time gone?
2002 is a long time ago.
Okay, quick question. I know we're going to do
So,
something.
no, that wasn't 2002. That was in 2005.
Yeah.
Because again, this isn't Slammiversary 15. This is Slammiversary TNA's 15.
TNA's 15 years old. I mean, that is something.
So it's Slammiversary 12.
It was actually 15 about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's close when they got to it. Fair play. You know, it's wrestling.
Yeah, man.
So what was WrestleMania that year? Then? You got better this
In
night.
2005,
Yeah.
21.
So what can you remember what the main event of WrestleMania 2005?
5.
Yeah,
21.
Can you remember what it was?
Batista versus Triple H.
Can you remember what the main event for Slammiversary was that year?
I can because I just read it.
Yeah, but could you before? As well?
No.
That I think not the bad mouth. You know, that's one of the issues. Is the getting stuff to stick.
Yeah.
Getting stuff to stick. I mean, everyone remembers Joe Angle
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff, but I bet you probably couldn't say which pay-per-view it was at.
Very true.
There's a lot of moments, but you just don't know where to place
But
it.
I guess also with WrestleMania, that was 21 years in to WrestleMania as opposed to not the first.
Yeah.
I don't think that really matters.
Because we remember first WrestleMania's main event.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, when I was a lot younger, I used to be able to say from WrestleMania 1 up to probably WrestleMania 13, all the main events.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that now.
I could do all 32, 3. There's 30.
I'm not going to do that now. But
I'm going to do it right now. I can tell you the opening match of every single one, probably. It's
Opening
difficult.
match.
Could
For
you
every
actually
single
do
one,
that?
I reckon.
That's crazy.
SD Jones was the Executioner.
Ooh.
It's the first one. Anyway, so guys, so the answer was, guys on the first ever Slammiversary.
Wow. Top.
Which is very topical. But this week, there will not be a poll this week.
No.
DJ, is he?
I don't know. That was a guess.
Okay. He's down in Oz, so
He is.
for this next little segment, all Australian accents.
Yeah.
So
DJ.
DJ's going on holiday, so
he's
no
going on his
poll.
holes. He's having some Barbies.
Let's just hope nothing goes wrong with the website for the next 4 weeks.
Yeah. So no poll.
No poll.
Because he's 24 hours ahead of us.
Oh, he's busy.
Struth.
It's true. Yibbity
Roof, mate. Whatever floats your boat. I mean, come on.
yibbity.
Oh, yibbida. Kiss it and put it back, mate.
There it is. So last week there was a poll though, because DJ was in the country.
He was.
And the answer, the question was, Dan, you posted to the fam. Which brand books their what brand looks women better? What brand books their women better? And the answers were, Jay, you got your eyes on it?
I have...
Reverse order, please, survey.
Ooh,
I've got
okay.
it if you want.
In reverse
What is
order. Oh, do you want to do it, Dan?
I'll do it. Reverse order, we got it was 0%
Wow.
Raw.
Ooh.
Jesus. But they had a main event. this week.
Controversial.
With joint fourth, third. Is Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling with 6%
Which
each.
is interesting because Impact are known for.
We covered this last week actually. I won't go back in again, but we were saying back in the day, yes, absolutely, but recently because they've got this almost this rebranding, and there's a lot of new women in there. The
They've got to
quality,
establish it,
yeah, they've got to kind of build up the characters a little bit. And Ring of Honor is probably in a similar situation. In fact, Ring of Honor probably I would say is worse off.
Yes.
Then it's NXT with 31%, and then the winner with 56% is SmackDown.
Wow.
Wow. Which I thought I put it down. An interesting note is that SmackDown has had a lot of negative feedback from the Money in the Bank with the male a male bringing down the briefcase, but still winning polls in the best booking.
We covered this in detail last week. We had a round table. If you go back and look at it on the website and iTunes and all that kind of good stuff. What we actually said, I was quite honest. I said, has the involvement of James Ellsworth and the way they booked Moneybank and the issues with Bailey, where they booked Bailey recently, has WWE taken their eyes off the ball with the women's division? Are they slipping back into bad habits? Is it a detriment to women wrestling?
Yeah.
And we had quite a passionate conversation about it with Sybil and Toby, and Sybil gave us the female's perspective of it, and Toby kind of gave his perspective, and it's quite interesting. It is the women's division, I feel, is on a bit of a knife edge at the moment, and it's got the ability to teeter either way. Yeah. So go and check it out. And tell us what you think.
Which is interesting because it was a week where all three WWE brands headlined with women.
Yeah.
So Raw was headlined by the Gauntlet, which was 35 minutes, Nia Jax for 35 minutes.
Oh, Christ, yes.
Which was really good. SmackDown with the Money in the Bank reunion match, and NXT with Nikki Cross and Asuka.
Yes.
In the last woman standing match.
Yeah.
So WWE really pushed it. I don't know if that was purposely done because of maybe more announcements for the Mainline Classic. Which
I think you've probably got to do that, haven't you? Though.
Yeah.
You've got to kind of start highlighting,
especially when you back up,
female friendly.
Yeah, and not just that. When you get so much hate for the Ellsworth situation, that they've kind of backed up with so much positivity towards women. So I think it's just good.
Yeah.
And it ended up being very good. It all delivered.
Yeah.
But this week is a pay-per-view. So he's prize pack.
It does.
It does mean a prize pack. So this week's prize pack is brought to you by ImpactEurostore.com or GFW Impact.
No, let's do ImpactEurostore.com as things.
There we are. You're going to get a DVD, a shirt, a cap, a signed photo, and a signed poster.
Yeah, we've been promised brand new stuff from the ImpactEurostore.com. They've got this great big prize pack to give you guys listening now.
So I'm hoping for a DVD of Slammiversary 1. I'm hoping for a...
I've got that DVD actually, it's a good DVD.
I'm hoping for a Congo Kong shirt. I'm hoping for a KM cap.
Is there such a thing as Congo Kong shirt?
And an Eli Drake signed photo.
I bet that's
and
one
quite like a Bobby Lashley signed poster.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for, but that's just me. But if I want to get in there, it's normal rules. You got to be in the chat room tonight at some point.
Yes.
We're going to take a picture. You don't know when, so you got to be in there all night. Have to.
All night long, all night.
All night long.
What are we doing?
That was good.
Yeah.
Though you can probably leave when the show's over.
No.
No. Stay there.
Yeah, you can also share or retweet the podcast or any of our prize wing graphics on the Soch.
Awesome.
We've also said that this week is one-off for Theme of the Week. If you commented on Theme of the Week,
you're in.
You're in the draw as well.
Wow. So there you go. You got to get interactive nowadays.
I know I asked you.
winner...
No, just take a second.
Yeah.
I know I asked you in the dark match, Dan. Am I in it? Because I'm in the chat room technically.
No, it's not open to anyone who is associated with TWS.
Oh,
Wow.
That includes listeners.
See, Toby would hate that.
Yeah. I
so
don't understand why.
Yeah, and the winners will be announced next week with Toby, with Dan, with Sybil.
Yeah, me, no question next week. Me, Toby, and Sybil.
No CRUSH.
He is coming back. He's off to America.
Is he? Where's he going?
Yeah, he's wrestling.
LDN in America. He's doing an American tour.
LDN doing America?
Yeah.
Woo!
Fair play to him.
Book brother? Book brother?
Their MC's getting booked first.
Oh, yeah, true. True that.
Are you going?
No.
Oh, you should.
I want to go to America.
That was so like... Yeah, you should. I hope he gets a middle seat.
Oh, we've also got announced, speaking of tickets and that kind of stuff, or prize, we've got announced the winner of the CFW tickets as well from last week. Charity Wrestling Promotion tickets from last week. We'll do that a little bit later on in the show.
Cool.
Nice. Prizes everywhere.
But then, because there's a couple breaks, because we've got a couple segments. And do you know what? We've just done an intro that usually, we try and guess, like, this is Inside Baseball, we try to do about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We're at 20 minutes, and we thought the show might be a little short, we've got 1,000 segments.
Do you know why that is? It's because we've done a spur of the moment surprise for all the listeners. You lucky lot. It's BroDans.
Yeah, you're as excited as we are there.
BroDans Assemble.
It's the old team.
When was the last time BroDans was a thing?
I don't know.
Birthday show.
Was it?
Yeah.
We're like the A-team.
Yeah,
Because your Smudger is this A-team.
Yes.
Smudger.
Smudger, is that a thing?
I don't know.
No.
Dan's face.
I'll take that.
I'm Mr. T.
I was always Murdoch in the playground.
Well, there you go. We've got it.
I can imagine you as Murdoch. I also can imagine you as Face because you kind of got that look that girls are like.
Oh, thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, I love my mama.
You do love
That
That was a good reference. Yeah, you brought it back round to wrestling again.
I'm terrified where this could go, so
That's
I'm
a
going to go
wrestling
into
thing.
some spandex. That thing.
Crowbar!
Yeah. Goes and uses spandex.
Press the button, Joe!
Who wants to read these out, Joe? You want to read them?
Yeah, I do.
Sure, cool. See what Lissy's doing.
Breaking news, Lissy's home.
You ready to come in?
Yes. Spandex is on. All three of us have. What do you expect us to be wearing? I think Dan wears biker shorts with both elbow pads.
Seeing that, as we're here, should we ask Dan? Dan, if you were a wrestler, what spandex would you wear?
Do you know, I've had this conversation before, years ago. I've thought about this a lot. I think as a wrestling fan, you do, if you ever think, oh, am I going to get in the ring? I never am.
Yeah.
But if I had to take a match or take a bump, I would probably go for... I'd probably go for almost the road dog kind of look.
Okay.
Trousers and cut-off shirt.
Joggers and a shirt.
Though I will say, since I will bow down to these two.
How cool do you find
especially Joe, who is just looking ripped at the moment on Facebook. Check him out on the Brother on Facebook. This guy looks like, I don't know if it's just good at photoshopping or anything, but he looks ripped.
Oh, I'm great at Photoshop.
I'm nowhere near as fit as him, but since I've got into a bit more shape,
Yeah.
I would be more inclined to maybe go...
You're not a singlet guy, I think you had.
A shorts kind of thing.
Okay,
Baggy
yeah.
shorts.
Bikers. Baggy shorts.
Baggy shorts, yeah.
Baggy
Jorts.
George.
Do those
Jorts.
John Cena.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
The kids will love it.
You know, I thought you said you had, like, when you watch wrestling, you automatically have, like, a thought of, like, what would I wear?
Yeah.
We took that thought so far.
Yeah, you kind of got taken that tool and run with it, really, haven't you?
Yeah.
When are you going to take a bump then?
You're getting closer to taking one of our
actually
matches.
need to speak to you two about that, but not fair.
Hey!
Oh,
I'm sorry, wait, can that show? Cut off! Dad, tell us now.
No, I do probably need just some
guidance.
Yeah.
Do you someone coming after you, Dan? Is this in real life? Do you need help? Just needs to know how to fall in case someone hits him. Don't hit anyone, guys, by the way. That's not a real thing.
Never.
Do you know what's weird with Joe's phone is it just says volume on it all the time? I feel like we've
does,
pegged in the volume button on mine.
It's working fine.
That won't
It
show
works.
up, will it?
No.
I'm watching it now.
Awesome.
So, Joe, a bit of news on the GOAT.
The GOAT, the greatest of all time, Cool J, the greatest of all time.
Not Hello Cool J, we're looking at Chris Jericho.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mama said knock you out now.
Yeah! Something like a phenomenon.
Yeah!
Something like no, give me one.
Okay, as most now know, Jericho has been on this tour of Asia. The 3 dates he did, he wrestled Hideo Itami and Finn Balor. But he has revealed this indeed was his last hurrah with WWE for the foreseeable future. So we assume that a year at least. Thoughts?
Yay!
Yeah?
I'm not a Jericho fan.
What?
I never have been. Friend of the show, I've never.
I've listened to a lot of Matthew, and I think you did admit during that last run he had with the scarf and everything, the list. You were like, this is the first time I've enjoyed it.
I will say one thing about Jericho that, you know, because Toby's a huge fan.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge. I think Crusher as well, to be fair, but from my point of view, I think he's very good if he's booked correctly. And I think what he is good at is getting some of these younger guys up to the level where they need to be.
Yeah.
And there are so many guys, when you look at the roster on both Raw and SmackDown, which I think he could do. So for the sake of argument, I know he's drafted to SmackDown currently, isn't he? Under
Yes,
the kind of guidelines. I think a feud between him and the Drifter would help the Drifter. I know Drifter's on Raw, but if he was on Raw, I think that would be something we could. It's when he comes back, which he will come back.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him in a feud with someone like Owens or AJ or something like that. I want to see him almost being utilised in that
lower mid card
to help get some of these guys up.
Well,
with promos and matches.
I've always thought that, like, when like WrestleMania, they put together like massive matches, like top star versus top star.
Yeah.
And as it goes down the card, it's kind of smaller card like guy versus smaller card guy.
Yeah.
I always wondered, like, if you just like people don't turn up for Undertaker Roman, they turn up for Undertaker.
Yeah.
Or they turn up for Roman. They don't need to be going against each other. Like, if you had like Roman versus lower card guy, Undertaker versus lower card guy. Like, if all the guys were like spread out over matches, you'd have this world class card.
But I think the problem that I get, and we've had this conversation every Mania when people complain that Triple H is going against Lesnar or whatever, you know, whoever it is, or Roman Reigns, whatever. I think the problem is that Mania is kind of almost this thing in a bubble.
Yeah.
And it's seen that they get so many extras that outside of wrestling, they want to have like big names going into just that big fight feel.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Yeah.
I just think there are certain people who can be utilised, and Jericho is one of them. He's a bit like Shawn Michaels was many years ago when he was having feuds with people like Mark Henry,
Umaga as well.
that kind of stuff. I think you can help elevate.
Edge and Orton early on, really.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. I think that's how I use Jericho.
Definitely, I agree. Do you think it he's notoriously for being a bit of a troll?
Yeah.
He's saying now that it's his last hurrah for WWE, and he's openly said this is for quite a while now.
Yeah. Well,
does that mean he's going to be on Raw next week? No, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, because sometimes when he's that on the button, you think,
Stay tuned for 205 Live.
Try something fresh.
doing his yoga now, you might. Because that's, for me, I like it when he goes away for a bit.
Yeah.
I think a lot of guys, I've been kind of like a cheerleader for the idea of the rosters are so big now. They've separated them into like the draft. When you look at SmackDown, we hate Raw being 3 hours. Everyone does. Like, it's too long. 2 hours of SmackDown, it doesn't seem to be long enough. American Alpha. I just immediately blanked. American Alpha this week was Luke Harper. Ty Dillinger. There was a few other tag teams as well. And we were thinking, God, and like, there's been weeks like, no, this week Nakamura didn't come out. Dolph didn't come out.
Yeah.
There was like 4 or 5 top guys.
But I think that works in the favour.
Yeah.
I think with this brand split, if you're seeing everyone week in, week out, which was the concern with the brand split, like, for over the period of time we didn't see Balor on Raw for 2 weeks.
Yeah, which is good.
And it keeps them fresh.
Definitely.
A little bit when you're going to have these matches where you are going to get a lot of repeat matches. Like for example, they gave away Joe Reigns. Last week or this week, I've lost track.
Really good match, but that's a SummerSlam main event if you wanted it.
It could be any main event. It could be Great Balls Far main event. It could be the main event after SummerSlam, whatever. For me, that was like, and we'll probably will get it at a pay-per-view some point.
Yeah.
But has it then not lost some of the shine?
Yeah, because you haven't seen and also it's harder for the guys because now they give you this many reversals and cool spots. Now they have to go doubly hard to go. Now we have to reverse the spots to be reversed in the first one. So the more you go down the line, you run out of spots where it's not repeating itself. So the longer you can keep people away, the easier it is for the guys to have really good matches for the first time.
And I think also you then lose these kind of, you get less and less dream matches.
Yeah.
Is Joe Reigns a dream match? Okay, probably not, but it's still a fresh match.
Still a top match.
Yeah, and it's still something new. But now you've got a match where you're going to go, and if we see that several times on Raw, by the time it comes to the pay-per-view, it's like, it feels like Raw, and that's what the problem with some of these pay-per-views do feel like. It just feels like an extension. There was one, when was it? A couple of months ago, which just felt like an extension of a Raw or SmackDown. I think we all said it was like, this is just...
What, the pay-per-view?
Yeah, this is like it was a 3-hour...
It was last Raw pay-per-view.
It was last Raw pay-per-view, which was actually shorter than the actual Raw.
How terrifying is it? I genuinely, like, for someone else, I could tell you the first match of every WrestleMania, but I can't tell you what the last Raw pay-per-view was. I know Money Back was Extreme Rules.
There you go.
And the 5-way, the main event. But, it's a very good pay-per-view, but it just feels like Raw. It's the same issue I have with, like, Impact sometimes. When they're in the Impact zone, you think, it just looks like an Impact.
Yeah.
But now it's a pay-per-view. That's why I used to love, we all used to love the set designs of WWE for pay-per-views. I miss that. I want something to distinguish, like, this isn't a beefed up Raw. This is...
I think that's one of the good things about Money in the Bank.
Yeah, because they look different, like they're green and everything.
And you had the ladders.
Yeah, and
out
just
there. And you get the same thing with TLC.
Yeah.
But when it comes to... Like,
SummerSlam, they kind of tried to do a little bit, like, finishing touches, but it just, again, looks like a beefed up Raw.
But I think if you look back in the day, we used to... I mean, one I always go back to is Backlash.
Yeah.
Remember they used to have
big
sides going backwards and forwards and all that kind of stuff.
I always go back to the Austin Do Love run where they had, I think it was Over the Edge and...
It was over there, they had tanks on one of them and they had like army cars. They also had broken down
Armageddon
cars.
2000, or 99 with Triple H and Vince. And they had army stuff. And I remember because Trips went against Vince in the main event.
Was that the one where Kane was Jericho as well, last man to stand?
Yeah, and he pushed all the thingies over. But I remember Trips turning that gun really hard and just
cracking.
If you've ever seen it, hits Vince in the head so hard. But
I can see why they don't do the props now because it is
it's expensive.
Logistically,
it's expensive, and also does it not make it look a bit
silly?
Yeah.
Because they're trying to go more sports feel as opposed to like.
Because when you have UFC, like UFC 150, say, oh, that's years ago. Well, UFC 150 for sake of argument, that didn't have like cars that got between the guys to walk out.
But saying that, there is dead men walking out and guys that are wearing masks and etc.
Yes.
But what I was originally going to say with the Jericho thing was I've been an advocate of this for a long time. Is with how big the rosters are, like the fact that like Ty Dillinger has been on SmackDown.
Yeah.
If you choose that ahead of time. Like, if you book it ahead of time, he's not going to be on for 3 weeks. Take him off live events, take 3 weeks off. Don't go to Performance Center, take 3 weeks off. Ice yourself out, rehab, everything. Not a Ty Dillinger who's just come up, but I mean, that goes for like, Baron Corbin was on TV for like 3 weeks. Then he lost 3 weeks in a row. Then he won Money in the Bank. Those 3 weeks prior, just take him off the road.
I think
don't just keep him off TV. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Schedule it. And I think they're getting better because I've noticed a lot with Instagram and stuff is a lot of the Raw wrestlers, they're heading into TV from home. So they weren't on live events. Because obviously, if you think about Raw, I think someone said they have 40 talent.
Well, that includes the cruiserweights, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it altogether so 40 odd talent. They've got, 6 matches on house show every night?
Yeah.
And you get a 6-man, you get a tag match, you get maybe a fatal 4-way to women, then singles.
Probably a cruiserweight match for him there as well.
It's probably 20 people used. So the other 20 are going just to TV. So, but then they rotate it. So week after week, like, so I remember Gallows and Anderson the other week. Throughout the week, they were just Instagramming. They were on boats and stuff.
And
So they were just, I think they just gave them, like, have a week off.
And in some ways, we should be applauding that.
That's what I think's good.
Think back in the day when they were running as hard as they were. You hear like, I want to go back as far as say Ric Flair and his stories, but even if you go back to like maybe Attitude Era.
Yeah. I
saw that there's that video that goes around Facebook. I'm sure you've all seen it when Triple H was doing the first or second Tough Enough, and came to them and told them, oh, you're on the road 200 plus days a year. When you come home, you're tired. You've got to be super dad, super mum, all that kind of stuff.
Amazing.
And it was great promo, but I don't think that is necessarily
the truth
anymore.
No, and I genuinely do. When you look at Instagram and that, you do see like, I think they are like, I think they have to be at TV, but again, I think they could go one step further. Like some of these times, like Gallows and Anderson, for example, had a week off of house shows, or maybe 2 weeks off, but they had to come to TV, which is not very taxing. They just got a flight, go home. But I mean, they weren't used in the end. So if they just think about it, I know they like everyone there, so they can then figure it, because they're writing it right up to the hour.
Are you telling me that they haven't got the storylines planned out weeks in advance? Seriously?
Well, you know, you just said about they run them into ground. Bruce Pritchard mentioned on the Hulk Hogan 1988 one, that on Boxing Day that year, they ran 6 shows on Boxing Day.
You wouldn't get, unfortunately, there's not the desire for it nowadays.
6 shows on Boxing Day.
Was there a reason they were being run?
Andre had to wrestle twice.
I mean,
different times, but that was 3 crews.
The demand was there for it.
Yeah.
Like, different world.
It is a completely different world now, and it is a lot better the way things are now. Wrestlers are being treated better.
But talking about the past, the Mae Young Classic, Joe.
Yes. As Team Family, us... Well,
I'm so excited about that segue.
Not BroDANS, but Team Family haven't really had their say on the tournament. It's made our news this week. This week, friend of the show, Viper, was announced, and also Kairi Hojo. Did I say that right? As we mentioned, watch the elbow on Hojo. In addition to this, we now know JR and Lita will announce the tournament in August.
This is, for me, is crazy. And I know we go on a lot about friend of the shows because there are so many people that we have worked with involved in this. Yeah. Lita, JR, both friends of TWS. Yeah. Viper, we've had on the show. Yeah. Alpha Female, who was announced last week, is friend of it. She's been on the show numerous times. Yeah. Is on the. There is still some more. Toni Storm has been announced as well, which is great. And for me, if you've never seen Toni Storm, this girl has got money written all over. She is. She's got the WWE look. Yes. Plus she's Australian.
Yes. Well, I think she performed at Access this year.
Oh, did she? Well, there you go.
She did, yeah. And she's the first Progress Women's Champion.
Yeah, she's great. She did not. Then would say she's. It's been a while since we interviewed her. She's not very strong on the mic. But
who's this, sorry?
Toni Storm.
Yeah.
But
she Australian.
Yeah. There you go. Very young. Very young.
Yeah.
Scary young.
Really?
Yeah. I was surprised how young she actually is. Right.
Dan, I just want you to visibly watch this elbow drop, and just audibly this is Kairi Hojo.
Ouch.
Hell of an elbow drop.
Hell of a height from it as well.
Yeah. But apparently she has been told that she can't use it because Bailey uses it.
Who else was using an elbow drop, we realised recently?
Oh, someone started using
Ambrose kind of does a standing one, doesn't he?
Yeah, someone used it as a finish the other day, and we were like...
Was it NXT?
Oh, Patrick Clark.
That's it.
Velveteen Dream.
It was a very nice elbow drop.
It was very nice.
He's funny, that guy. I know he's funny, good, but I think he's got something.
I totally agree. I think he has something on Tough Enough. Like, I thought that guy needs to...
You ever checked out his Instagram?
No.
It's just blank white pictures.
That's going to be the best Instagram ever.
So, one of the things I definitely wanted to cover was... I don't know if this is a known thing, but do we all agree Lita's not the best at talking on pre-shows?
God awful.
She seems to be...
She seems very like...
I can't tell if it's she struggles with talking or struggles with having someone in her ear while she's talking.
Well, she's going to hate commentating.
Which is a common complaint with commentators.
Yeah. That's my fear.
There's that quite funny meme or GIF of her talking. I want to say it was almost at a Mania or a Royal Rumble when she was doing the pre-show, and she said something, and then it just pans across to Corey Graves, who just looks at the camera and raises an eyebrow. It is very, very funny. JR's going to need to have his working boots on verbally to carry her up to the point. Though, to be fair, JR can do that.
Oh, he will.
I think also, if she goes in, similar to Brian, Brian's a better talker naturally, but I mean, Brian went in and really did some research on every guy. Like, he had so much information on everyone. Yeah. If she takes this fully serious, which we have no thought that she won't.
Oh, God, no.
She's not someone who necessarily does.
Well, the fact that she spent time in the PC with the women.
Yeah, I think she's going to really hone in on each person and what their background is, and I think JL will call a lot of the action, and she will just kind of be sound bites of, oh, did you know this person started here, like almost in front of her with a lot of sheets. Also,
bear in mind, this is not live.
True.
It's all post-recorded.
Can eat it out.
So you can easily edit it down when need be, redo takes. It's.
Did you see that they're filming over 2 days, I believe, or 2 weeks?
I think it's 2 weeks.
And it's like 3 tapings.
And we're going to get it down almost like on demand. You can have like.
You get it all together at once.
Which I don't like.
I don't either. I prefer waiting for it. I used to look forward to the Cruiserweight Classic. Here's the other thing. Have you seen where the final is?
No.
The final is in Las Vegas after a Raw.
Ooh.
And if you
So that will be live then?
It will be, I believe, directly on the network, live from Las Vegas.
Similar like what the UK tournament was then?
Yeah, so I assume probably they'll do like, maybe they'll throw in like, let's say the final, for talking's sake, is Hojo versus Viper, because they're
Yeah.
They might have Tony Storm versus Evie,
Mm.
who is in it, and she's got a new name, which is the News and Brews. They might have that like as a build-up, and maybe like Alexa versus one of the younger guys. Like, you know, the Cruiserweight Classic, the final was kind of buffered with a couple like dream matches or something.
But also you had on the UK version, they had a couple of throwaway matches. Neville and Alistair Black.
Yeah. So they might do something along those lines, like just to beef it out. But still, Cruiserweight Classic, the Cruiserweights still struggle with it. After Raw, people, it's a long show. They're going to start.
That's 3 hours.
Do we really want a? They go from this intimate, very up for it crowd from the tapings. Then a crowd will go, we've just watched the whole Raw. Now we got to watch this, and none of them, like half of them, might not even have been watching it.
And you've got to think about people. If unless they use characters that are well known. But so far the list they've announced, there's no real kind of, with the greatest respect to people like Al Female and people we know, there's no real name that is probably universally known within the WWE bubble already.
Yeah.
Not like a Zack Sabre Jr. or I forget her name, Kota Ibushi was in the you know, you haven't got those kind of names. I would be concerned that you're going to have people walking out halfway through.
Yeah. It is the question though. Like recently they've been doing it with the Cruiserweight, for example, when we were in America for SmackDown, they did SmackDown. All night during every advert, it was like, make sure you stay for our main event, Dolph Ziggler versus Nakamura.
Yeah.
Wasn't on the show. It was
Dark
a dark
match. Yeah.
So what they did is all night they were doing it. As soon as SmackDown finished, they said, coming up in just a few short minutes is Dolph Ziggler versus Nakamura. Then the Cruiserweight started. So if you know what's going on, you're like, well, this is about 45 minutes of Cruiserweight now before that. Yeah. But every kid stayed in there that night because they were like...
It's also, you've got to have that kind of thing. You've got three plus hours more, plus they do main event beforehand.
Yeah.
So you've got main event. I mean, they might scrap main event that week, fine, whatever. But they potentially got main event, 3 hours of Raw, and you know as well.
3 hours 15.
You guys have been to tapings.
Yeah.
I haven't been. You've got to get there early before that because there's stuff going on beforehand, isn't there?
Yeah.
You've got to queue in, so you've got a long time to wait, and then you've got maybe the Cruiserweight Classic is the Women's Classic is what?
45 minutes.
45 minutes, right?
Yeah.
You've got that on top of it, plus maybe a dark match afterwards. If you've got children, I've got kids, and
I got kids.
call me Heath Slater. They get tired, they get bored, they get fidgety, even if they love it.
And also, you're thinking, this is a Monday night. I got work tomorrow. I really don't want to get stuck in traffic.
Yeah, but even I'm the same. Like coming.
That's 5. By the way, that'd be about 5 hours that taping.
Well, yeah, and I'm
longer than Mania.
Again, though, it's West Coast, so it'll probably start about what, 4:30.
That's true. Yeah.
So the show will still be finished by 9.
Yeah.
So it does help them being West Coast.
Mm.
Here's the question though, being in Vegas or being a city, will they do a dark match that night? This could be clever, where they go, for the first time, we're going to have Brock Lesnar against, I don't even know, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, something that no one's
As the
seen.
dark match.
Yeah.
So the crowd are literally like, we have to stay.
Yeah.
Could they tease you with something like that?
You could. I think for me, I know what I'd be like. I'll watch this at home.
No,
I watch the whole Raw home. That would put me
Oh,
off.
yeah.
I love wrestling. I love going to watch it. But if you're going to tell me I'm going to sit that long,
Yeah.
and then I've got to drive home or whatever afterwards,
Yeah.
I know that's always dedication, and
Yeah.
absolutely I get that, but I think it's too long.
It's a very long time.
And then also you want this to be a big thing. You want the crowd to be up. You want the crowd to be excited.
Yeah.
And they're going to be burnt out.
Yeah.
And that's going to just be on TV.
It's definitely after Raw though, right?
Apparently, yes.
Before Raw would have made sense.
But then you've got people filing in.
Yeah, true.
To be fair, you're down if you do, you're down if you don't.
Yeah.
From WWE's point of view, the sensible thing maybe to do would be to do it before or after an NXT taping.
Well, like they did with the Cruiserweights.
Yeah.
Just in amongst the taping, like where the crowd are really hot.
Yeah.
They obviously want it live for whatever reason, but I like the idea of being in Vegas. They might have showgirls come out. I like it. It feels very. No, but, hey, it feels very glow.
Showgirls. Yeah, it does. You're right. Yeah.
That has a Vegas vibe.
I haven't seen that yet.
You need to. I've watched the trailer and maybe I started the first episode, but I want to kind of binge watch it.
Yeah.
So I need to find the time. But it looked good. Awesome Kong's in it.
I've heard good things about
She's
it.
like a main character. So
I've heard only good things about it. Yeah.
there's talk of SummerSlam of the Awesome Kong character and the main character going against Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax.
That'd be good.
It's like a crossover, which I'm not opposed to.
Going back to Main Classic, I know we've got loads to cover. Very briefly, I heard a rumour, I don't know whether you've heard it more than I have. There's going to be a title for this.
Yes.
As well.
Okay.
Which makes no sense.
What would the title be?
NXT's already got a title.
So is Raw SmackDown.
What would it be? That's so weird.
The women's title to be confirmed. To be confirmed women's title.
Wow.
That makes no sense.
Well, do you reckon they'll have the same element as the UK title, where the winner will take it around different
But
countries?
what is it? Like, it's a women's title, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a division. It's not like it's lighter women or heavier women or anything like
Well, it's fine them saying that, right? And I can say this. I speak firsthand. I know the fact that when Tyler Bate had that title, he was very restricted about what he could do. They weren't allowed to put on the line. So it wasn't like you could go to X promotion and go, oh, we've got one-on-one match with so-and-so. I'm going to put the title, like AJ was doing for the New Japan title.
And like Pete is currently doing.
Who's
Pete.
Oh, Pete, yeah.
He's doing it for one with the ICW with Noam Dar on.
Oh, is he? I didn't think he was.
They're doing the main event. It's going to be Pete versus the winner of, I think it's Wolfgang versus someone who has to win a Rumble at the beginning. It's like a long process.
Yeah, so then they are doing that.
But I don't think they're going to do anything with it. I think the idea is Pete's already on it. Let's bring more eyes to it because they're.
Yeah, why not? I like that idea.
A little bit of feedback though on the Lita thing before we move on is Lawrence Hull says, I see this as a great pairing, Lita and JR.
Yeah.
Don't know who else would compete with them. Lita is always enjoyable in the pre-shows and JR can always be magical. Which is funny because it's the complete opposite of what we said. I've always noticed that she's a bit uncomfortable. What about Renee Young?
That's someone.
She
I
has.
was going to say that was mentioned in the chat room as well, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
She has done NXT tapings.
I don't think they see Renee Young as a commentator.
How did it go when she did try it? Like,
She's
what-
good.
Oh,
She's a natural talker, and she says she's not gonna.
Well, I think Scotty 220 was the one that said it in the chat room. Renee Young would have been a better choice. I mean, there is a difference. There's a fine art between doing a panel and doing commentary. Like, obviously, we haven't seen Lita on commentary yet. We've seen her on a panel. It's a very different dynamic to calling stuff that's happening in front of you at the time.
That's actually a really good point. I hadn't thought about it that way. We've only seen her trying to
Kayfabe her way through a.
And do you know what? I can probably we've done a similar kind of thing. I'm not to that level by any stretch of imagination. I've done one of those kind of panel things after a show when you've got to talk. You've got to do sound bites.
Yeah, I've watched you do it.
Of stuff you do. Well, me and Lissy have done it together. And funny enough, Lissy is watching us on Facebook now.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. And I'm sure she'll say the same thing as I would. It's hard because you don't want to seem stupid.
No.
And you don't want to seem like you're winking at the camera either, going,
No.
you know.
You got to be all in.
And you also kind of wonder, who actually watches this crap? Excuse my language, but I don't watch the pre-show, the pre-shows.
I've always watched
Which
it,
are
but I
pre-post.
do fast forward it now to the matches now.
I don't watch them unless I really, really have to, and that's the point.
Well, it's the equivalent of being a sports pundit. Have you ever watched sports, like, you don't necessarily watch football that much, do you?
But that's a real... It's a real sport, and that's the difference.
But
You've got to
They're talking from the heart. They're not going, oh, what's that character trying to portray? Like that.
Yes.
It's a kayfabe thing, isn't it? It's like
You're basically,
Like, it's like if we were doing the show and we were like playing it that way, like Lita and JR are calling it. Oh, cool! I can't wait them to like call the matches of Viper, who I think is a real strong, girl who's going to really powerhouse her way through the competition.
That's what.
That's harder to come up with than, oh, I know Viper. She's really good. Hope she does well.
Well, yeah, you're not discussing the behind the scenes. You're covering a sport
It isn't.
in a world where
It's predetermined.
it's predetermined. So you have to play it like this.
And there are very few people who do it very well. And I think, to be fair, Renee Young does it well, and so does Daniel Bryan on Talking Smack.
Yeah, because they blur the lines a little bit as well.
They do blur lines, but I really do think it's an art.
No, it's definitely something that wasn't art and really isn't anything. It's the next news piece there.
Big Baller Brand, which is Levar Ball and his youngest child and elder child, who just got drafted to the LA Lakers, were on Raw this week and made quite the negative splash. Other than Levar clearly going off script, his youngest son dropped the N-bomb on live TV. Apparently it was chaos backstage, as you would imagine, but it didn't stop WWE superstars talking out. The likes of Corey Graves with a funny meme, Curtis Axel saying stay away in a tweet, And my favourite, well, all of our favourites, Braun Strowman commented on Aiden English's Instagram post, I wanted to stomp him out. Ouch. I'm not finished with you! I know I have that soundbite, but I wanted to do it myself.
Also, they did a thing on SmackDown, didn't they, where they...
Big E.
Went
to do the Booker T line.
Went to the Booker T line.
I honestly, I didn't catch it. When we were watching it, I didn't notice it.
No,
it wasn't until the next couple of days I was listening to the podcast and people were like, how crazy it got out of hand.
It's funny because I heard about it and I posted the raw feedback up on our Facebook page at TWS Overload and on Twitter.
Yeah.
And do you know what? No one mentioned it.
No.
Or did they?
Andy Keenan said Miz TV this week was appalling this week, especially because of his guests who don't like wrestling and just want to promote whatever it was. And they dropped the N-word, was disgraceful.
But that's like one person, not that's a...
No, in this country, it didn't seem to like... I don't know if maybe they... Did they... I know we're live, but there's a
slight delay. I think
I didn't go back to listen to it because obviously it was days later.
I think there was an edit in it.
WWE, it was very bad publicity for the big baller brand. It was very bad publicity for WWE. WWE released a statement very quickly of, we did not... Because they had to come out and say, we didn't script that.
Yeah.
Because they had to make sure people... They weren't on script.
No.
And that's the problem you get. I think Andy Keane can hit it on the head there. These guys who come on to wrestling and then to promote stuff, and we get that. WWE want to promote stuff. They like their cross promotion, and it's good for them.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not as fans, it is good for business.
Yeah.
But the problem you get is these guys don't really know the product.
Yeah.
They are reading off script cards. Because there was a guy on commentary
Josh Duhamel
this week.
Who's an A-list celebrity. If you're going to have anyone on Miz TV, wouldn't you have the A-lister, not the really bad reality TV people?
But even him, he clearly wasn't a fan.
No, he wasn't, but at least he was putting over the mood. He said, ow! Like, he was trying to get his thing. He was like, oh god, that hurt.
He jumped in, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of it. I think it takes away from what they're trying to do. But I mean, that's a legit A-list celebrity in the States. But here's my biggest issue, and I say it to Joe every time this happens, is I don't get that WWE is one of the biggest global brands in the world.
Yeah.
They do so much stuff that is, you have to be American.
Yes.
Not just that, you have to be a West Coast person. Like, there was East Coast Americans saying, I have no clue who they are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how niche that is. Like, we're talking like, this is being shown in India.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are, and I'm relatively up with American pop culture. I had an idea of the Big Baller brand. I knew that his son had been drafted.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is bottom of the run. That's like coming here and having Jeremy Kyle come on.
Yeah.
I think Jeremy Kyle would be more well known.
But would the Americans know?
Oh, Americans know, I wouldn't know.
Would India know? No. It's the same thing. And I don't get why they're so obsessed
Jeremy
with it.
Kyle has been to America recently.
He has, but he doesn't. What do you know what I mean though? Like, what is the... Do they really think that it has a... Like, that their biggest market outside of America is England.
Absolutely.
And then India.
Is it?
Yeah, apparently.
Mm.
So to me, it's like they are literally catering, like, and it goes back to Independence Day. I know that's an actual thing, and July 4th and that, but they get very American sometimes, and they forget that this isn't an American brand anymore.
It's worldwide.
Like,
see, I don't.
They cast gender as the heel.
Yeah, but
There could be the same amount of people in India than America watching it. So who's really the heel in it?
I disagree with that because I think the way they're positioning Jinder at the moment is as a face to the Indian in air quote.
Almost like Straight Edge Society, like originally.
Yeah,
was like,
or even like go back in there what Bret Hart was.
Yeah.
perfect example.
Yeah, Bret Hart's probably the best example you've got where he really kind of tested the waters with it and ran with it. He was a face in the UK,
Canada.
he was a face in Canada, he was a heel in America.
Yeah.
And I think they're doing something very similar with Jinder.
Very true.
Okay, granted, only in India. But if you want to argue that way, over here in the UK, we have a very large Indian population.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So, and they haven't got that in America, or as far as I'm aware, there's not.
But they don't have much Indian cuisine, I know. So whereas it's in our culture, like, we have Indian food everywhere.
It's pretty lovely.
It really is.
But you've then got that ability to kind of go, well, actually, down the line when people say, oh, you're portraying an Indian as a heel, WWE's response to that, and I think quite right so is, only to you, your demographic.
Yeah.
And does that not say more about you? And I'm pointing at you, Scott. Metaphorically, it doesn't say about, on this point, Joseph, it doesn't say about more about you than what we're doing. And my argument is actually 100% right. Wrestling is now more about shades of grey.
Yeah.
And and Roman Reigns is an example of that as well. You've got Jinder, you've got Roman. There are still the clear baby faces and heels, but there are certain characters that kind of almost transcend it.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
And go, okay, well, I'm playing to this demographic. I'm not playing to those. And it doesn't work there with wrestling. You'll never get every wrestler doing it.
No.
And you probably don't want it.
And you'll never get a wrestler that is liked universally, like, fully.
No.
Because even like someone like The Undertaker at this point, you think, yeah, but I've met people that go, oh, I couldn't care less about him.
Sybil.
Yeah,
Sybil.
Lizzie was similar until the end of the streak, and then she got very protective.
Civil generally is not a Undertaker fan.
That's what I mean.
She finds it boring.
There is literally no wrestler you're going to find that is universally like 100%. We like this guy, don't like this guy. It's always, like you said, shades of grey.
And that's why I think. Sorry, I don't mean more, but
No.
for me, that's why I like wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And it's so easy, and it frustrates me when I see people go on their little soapboxes on Facebook and on Twitter, and they badmouth the product, and they go, and you know what, they're totally entitled to their opinion. 100%.
Yeah.
But they badmouth it without thinking, without looking at the whole thing.
The whole picture.
The whole picture. Like, just because they're not doing what you want.
Yeah.
It's like for example, New Japan's doing great things in a minute. And Trent Barretta tweeted yesterday saying, New Japan now is WWF 97. WWE right now is WCW 94.
Yes.
So he was kind of making a joke, like comparison. But I get that, but they're seeing that from like, and I think what they're doing around New Japan is tremendous.
Yeah.
But again, it's something else to watch. If you don't like Disney, go watch Nickelodeon. If you don't like Pepsi, go drink Coke.
Yeah.
It's separate things.
There's options.
They're similar. It's wrestling.
The chat room's going crazy. I'm apologies, we're getting a bit caught up and not mentioning certain things, but Cannon in the chat room said the W does actually, after all, stand for world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's not for America. It's not America. It's not. Well, America Wrestling Federation Entertainment, is it? It's worldwide.
That's what I mean. Like, it's interesting. I always said it with Enzo and Kaz. I was like, that is such a niche gimmick. The stuff they say, the references, New Day breach on it. The references are so American pop culture, but they're not. But how quickly are they to say to like a British talent that's too
niche?
Because I know of wrestlers that we would know that have been told that like your thing is too.
I think sometimes they get this bit stereotypical, don't they? Like.
The Enzo Kaz literally say New York things that we're like, huh?
Yeah.
But
I didn't know what you just said.
No, I agree with that. But it also, and I'm not a big fan of 205, but 205 this week, it had Brian Kendrick come out doing the dressing like Gentleman Jack Gallagher in the kind of, you know, British stereotype.
Yeah.
Short of the crumpet and tea kind of thing. It seems to be, but
I've never had a crumpet and tea together.
they do that kind of they do that kind of stereotype look for British, but they wouldn't do something similar for, say, India.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They wouldn't have him coming out with doing as a snake charmer or something like that, you know, which is that kind of stereotype. I'm not being racist, that kind of stereotypical kind of.
Santino even tried it, I think, with Jinder once. So he charmed his Cobra at himself. But he played a flute in the ring. But yeah, like if my character was an English guy, but I wear Zubars, I hold a bald eagle all times, and I go Trump.
Yes.
All the time. Like they'd be like, that's really annoying. Like, why would you do that? It's like, but that's a stereotype.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think sometimes they think they're so wildly. It looks so good. Like when they have tryouts in the O2, then the next day in Dubai, then the next day in Florida, they look so wildly. But then sometimes when you watch their show, you like with this, for example, you go, what the hell's the big baller brand?
Yeah.
Maybe Americans have, but some a lot of Americans were saying we don't really fully know what this is.
Yeah.
So, but I do have a fun story from another podcast, from We Watch Wrestling podcast. One is an ex-writer. They are stand-up comedians, but they were at the Staples Center because it was in LA. And Matt McCarthy went backstage after that segment to see some friends because he had like a backstage pass, I assume. So the first person he ran into was The Miz, who he used to write for, like particularly in 2012. And he walked up to Miz and said, "Hey, how you doing?" And he just Miz just turned to him and said, "All I wanted was the music to start playing." The whole way he said that's all he said to him. He's like, "I just wanted the music to start." And McCarthy went, "You did really well though." Who was the right? He was like, "You did really well." He goes, "Yeah, cheers." But a video has just surfaced of during the advert after Dean, because when Dean was doing, they were talking over him, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
So like they start trying to get the mannequins out, and they move everyone back. Bo and Curtis come out through the crowd like to kind of join Miz during the advert. Every time they bring a mannequin down that has the big baller brand shirt on, Miz legit just kicks it across the side of the ring, and the guy has to go pick it up. He does it to each mannequin.
Oh really?
And he's walking back, pacing back forward. I've never seen him look that mad.
The whole thing was a mess.
It really was.
And yeah, it was. It's not. I don't think anyone came out looking.
But the minute that word was said, you got to think with the Miz, similar to what I was saying about the Steiner situation. But what way worse is he's thinking this is all over CNN. This guy just said this on our show, and who's going to be on the shot? Me and that guy.
It's one of these kind of situations where you kind of, I think, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
These people should not be, in my opinion,
In a wrestling ring.
with a live mic.
Yeah.
They can do backstage.
Yeah, do what they did with Ashton Kutcher. That was really fun with Jericho and Emmett.
Absolutely, that's fun. That kind of stuff. It's quick and it's short. But then again, the argument is you're putting potential. I don't know. This guy may be quite big in that area they were in on Raw. That makes sense. That sells tickets.
Well, yeah, it was LA. It's the stadium
There
where
you go.
his son was drafted.
There you
to
go. That's why he was out there then. That's why they didn't do a pre-record. He was out there for the crowd.
Yeah.
And you hear the crowd when he came out? They booed him. So there's his career at the Lakers. Hopefully he does well. Joe, I think we'll do some news and briefs.
On a side note,
Yeah.
before we do that, AWE, American Wrestling Entertainment, would be all.
Excellent. Excellent.
Don't change it, don't because we want a copyright.
That's ours.
Yeah, so
That was canon, thank you, canon.
Oh.
I don't know if he was going to do it then.
Yeah, we're in the news and briefs here. We all got our briefs on.
Oh,
This is long, by the way, and no one's read it.
Nope.
So I'm going to go first, Dan. You go second.
Oh, excellent.
Recent NXT signing Evie has had a name change, Dakota Kai. And she's announced for the Mae Young Classic too.
Thanks to Ryan Satin, we now know Akala loves some in and out burger.
In-N-Out Burger is like a California-based thing. It's where they were in Long Beach last night.
I knew you talked about writing news and briefs.
It's been reported Pentagon was robbed at gunpoint in Mexico City. He was said to not be harmed but shaken by the ordeal.
Spoiler alert, Kenny King was booted off The Bachelorette this week.
No way, he's on that. Oh, I should watch that.
Do you know what the best way is? I said spoiler alert straight into what I was saying. Like, there's no fault.
Brock Lesnar has a sunburn on Raw. I want this to be news.
That is fantastic.
You're getting all the bad ones.
German superstars Axel Dieter Jr. from Progress and CWC Fabian Achner debuted at an NXT house show this week. Great news!
World of Sport star Crybaby Jimmy Breaks was involved in terrible news this week. The Daily Mail claimed he has been arrested in connection to his 47-year-old ex-wife's death. Terrible news.
That was in Gran Canaria as well, I believe. Yeah. WWE struggled to censor Kevin Owens saying the wrong burgundy line of what San Diego means this week on Talking Smack. Funny though. It was funny, but it was.
It was.
I can imagine them with their head in their hands.
Yeah.
Tyson Kidd may be being transitioned into a non-wrestling role inside WWE. Maybe an agent or producer on the road. I think that's a great idea and good luck in the next step, Tyson.
I wrote this very quickly. Roman Reigns called out The Undertaker in Ring at House Show this week, claiming if he wants a rematch, then he can get one. He knows where the big dog is.
Dan, I'm so glad you got this next
I
one.
can't believe we got this. The Brothers Or have a merch store. It's the
What?
brothersorBigcartel.com. Go buy their merch.
Dan, thank you for that.
Okay, I'll read the next one.
My tongue's going to turn black.
Okay, the next one is the Brothers Or have a merch store. Ex-WWE and TNA star Victoria was apparently not let in at Raw this week, which is strange as lots of ex-women stars were in the house, including Tori Wilson and Candice Michelle.
Candice Michelle. Unfortunate news here with Matt Capitelli. He revealed his brain tumour had come back. And he had successful surgery on it though this week to remove it. We wish him a speedy recovery from everyone for TWS.
Ex-TNA star, I think that's only Gunner.
Gunner, yeah.
Made his WWE NXT debut on a house show this week in Florida. Good luck to friend of the show,
Excellent.
Gunner.
Gunner actually gave us a little advice. We're on a show with him once. And,
Yeah.
To be honest, I've only been chokeslammed off a stage once on the hard floor.
As you do.
He looked me, he was standing in his pants just behind a curtain, and all I was watching on the way down was him going, bad idea. And he just stared at me, and afterwards he said, there's good money in bells and whistles. And I won't say the rest of the stuff he told me. But yeah, good luck to Gunner. He's a gooner, I assume, because of the name. Friends of Matt Hardy now, I believe.
Yeah, he is. And we've actually got, I'm a bit biased, I did the interviews. A really good interview with him he did a couple of years ago. Shortly after his big feud with James Storm, when James Storm really hurt him, and I interviewed him a couple of days later. And I said, "No, first thing we're gonna do is really kind of check how you're feeling." He got like power bombed off into a table or something. It was a really nasty fall, and he's just completely non-sold. He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
Hard as nails.
Here's a little bit of trivia before the break. We're going to do a very quick network and chill, I think. It's going to be very short.
It's 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, look, we just talk loads. It's like a women's meeting. What's it called? A mother's meeting.
It's like Loose Women.
Yeah, this is very much like Loose Women. I'm Trisha. Is she in that? Trisha Goodeye's popping up now and then. That's cool, isn't it? Trivia. In the summer of Punk, who did he drop the world title to finally when he left to WWE?
Ooh.
I have listened to Bruce Pritchard's Rise of CM Punk.
Do you know, I don't know.
Don't look at the show plan and see if you can.
Oh, it's on there, is it?
Yeah. We'll see you after the break.
Ooh, I don't know actually. If you know, post it in the comments. Look at Scott's arms.
Huge! He's huge!
So big.
We don't believe in the performance-enhancing drugs of TWS, but Scott
Milk.
does.
Yeah, apparently.
He's on the gas! But how did they shake his armpits?
No, you can't.
That is a solid diet and eating all my food off my plate.
Why can't you shave your armpits?
I don't eat well. Huh?
Why can't you?
Oh, it's cooler, isn't it? I don't shave anything.
I heard it was bad wrestling etiquette not to shave your armpits.
Yeah. But also, it's not brushing your teeth.
I've heard that as well, yes.
And not cutting your nails, but that's just dangerous.
Not cutting what?
Your nails, because I mean, you lock up and stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah.
At TWS Radio across all social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook,
Kieran's in the chat room.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know what his name is in the chat room because he's commenting, but I can't see him in there. That's really weird. How's he doing that? I think he can be in the chat room but not log in and still comment.
Oh, really?
See, that's what I'm talking about. We talk about Jericho.
Yeah.
But you could have like, actually, I don't think I've got a gun at one. I think I've got to get a gun at one.
Welcome to the wrestling news. I'm Arn Lost.
I know, your voice is actually on this show now as well.
Someone got hired and someone got fired. Over to Suplex for the wrestling results.
Oh, hello, it's Suplex here. Someone lost a belt and someone won a belt. Back over to you, Arn.
Thank you, Sue. And the headlines once again. Not getting your full story, then tune into the
I can't think you really Punk lost the title to.
I actually don't know.
There's a couple of comments in the chat room, but I'm not sure it's right. The obvious one is Cena, but I don't think it was Cena.
I know this is Ring of Honor title.
Huh?
This is his Ring of Honor title.
Summer Punk.
Yeah. In the Summer of Honor, who did he drop the world title to finally when he went to WWE?
Oh, I didn't hear that. I thought he meant when he left.
See, that's even more confusing.
So he's Ring of Honor title then?
You really wouldn't know that, would you?
Oh crap. Are we going in?
We like to sing this one though.
They're all thinking WWE title in the chat room. $9.99.
You ready?
$9.99.
That's the first time I've seen Dan jig to that song ever.
You really like that.
You clearly don't watch our show most weeks then.
Dan's getting his water in.
I'll get my water in. Yeah, can we just confirm this trivia? Because I think you've confused everyone.
Oh, so in the Summer of Punk, who did he drop the world title to when he finally went to WWE?
I don't recall. Did he say the WWE bit at the end originally?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have to listen to it back on TuneIn.
On the podcast.
So the answer is, Joe, did anyone in the chat room get it? Do we know?
No, everyone thinks you were talking about Punk losing the title in WWE.
Yeah, I think
And it was, as people said, a couple people said John Cena, a couple people, Kieran's in the chat room said Hornswoggle.
Such a troll.
Back off, Kieran.
Jeff Hardy's been mentioned, which is what I was leaning towards. But you were talking about his Ring of Honor title.
Yes.
Ooh.
In the original Summer of Punk, who did he drop the world title to when he finally went to WWE?
Since we've cleared it up, Shinsuke Nakamura has
He's got-
thrown in Cabana.
No.
I think it was someone like. I've got a feeling. Well, is it? I want to say someone like Austin Aries or something like that. Or was that too?
This person is an agent in WWE now.
Oh, Jamie Noble.
Jamie Noble.
Jamie
Yeah.
Noble. James Gibson. So, guys, this is segment 2. This is Network and Chill for $9.99. This is the part. The first part is where we cover stuff that we haven't really covered.
That first segment was long, wasn't it? That was
Yeah,
like
and do you know what? We actually covered a lot of the things that I wanted to talk about in this part.
That's a great screen grab of Joe's with his hands just like that, doing like how big's a fish kind of thing.
Yeah.
so long.
We get it. So, first of all, Raw. Dan hasn't seen a lot of it.
Seen bits of it. I must admit, it's because of my week off. I thought I'd watch bits of it instead. I saw the Goldust return
Oh, yes.
with the
old gear.
with his cameraman.
Yes.
What do you think of that? Do you think that extra turned up that day and thought this is way more than I expected?
I like the fact they're giving it something different. I was surprised they didn't have the wig.
Yeah, and it wasn't like a big beatdown.
No.
It didn't seem enough, but I will like it all if they show the footage from the camera, if there is any. Then I will like it because I think they'll make that look real.
And if they're actually going to make him some kind of Shattered Truth film or documentary, whatever it is, you know, I think that was quite good. Yeah, it's fine. It's going to be a match of the pay-per-view, and it's going to be Great Balls of Fire.
I think it'll be SummerSlam kickoff.
Or SummerSlam.
What if they go to SummerSlam and do like a backlot brawl? That'd be interesting, wouldn't
I think
Would you
you're
like that?
hoping too much for this. I think SummerSlam's card's going to be quite filled anyway without...
With Enzo versus Kaz, so we'll move on to that. Did you see that?
I did. I love the way they looked it.
That is quite the fall that Enzo took at the end.
That was quite a fall on
That's
the
a bump I wouldn't want to take.
I think they did really well with it. I think they both cut some really good promos. I liked how they milked it, and the crowd knew it was coming. We all knew that. It's that whole thing when you've got your arm, you both hold each other's arms up like that. You stand side by side. I'm doing it on the camera, and then you just know at some point Cass is going to turn around and absolutely wallop him.
Yeah.
And he did.
Yeah.
And I like the fact they kept doing. They did their pose. They did their kind of thing, get the crowd kind of going, and you could tell the crowd were waiting to bite it. And that for me added more interest to the feud. I'm not that interested in the feud, if I'm honest.
To be fair, Kaz, I think, has done his best promo work since this is like that one. And interesting enough, last week him and Carmella had their best ever promo week.
They did.
Something's going on well in that household, I'll tell you that
That
much.
seems to be. Another saying that, though, Mighty Leo Quirk had a little bit of feedback from Facebook. Who hasn't ordered? Mighty Leo Quirk, who hasn't ordered any merch yet, says.
Right, before you say that, shout out to Mighty Leo Quirk, who's in the chat room now, and he said the three amigos are back together. The Turtles and Splinter. I'm late, and you're sounding great.
Yeah, and if he wants to support Dan, he needs to buy our merch. But he says, Kaz fooled us all. Hope Enzo kicks his ass.
Do you know, I remember last time we did a show together, I don't remember there being that much shilling of your merchandise.
Yeah, apparently. Well, we got we got a store. That's the difference. The SmackDown Women Money Back this week. We mentioned it off air shortly earlier. I wasn't a big fan, but there's two ways to think of it. Okay, at Money in the Bank pay-per-view, I wasn't a big fan of the women's match. I thought they didn't do much.
They were. I think you always get that problem with having two gimmicks matches on the same card that they don't want to outshine each other. And the ladder match was going to be. It was the main event, wasn't it?
The men was.
Men was, wasn't it? There was the main event,
Yeah.
So you've got this ability of you don't want to
Same spot. But they did so little. And do you know what annoyed me was that's fine. But the story of the ladder match is get up the ladder. One person tried to go up the ladder. It was Becky.
Yes.
James Ellsworth stopped her. He went up the ladder. They didn't. It was all about moving the ladders around, but no one was doing. I think Becky took a scoop slam onto the ladder, which is a horrible bump.
Yeah.
And Charlotte did her post dive.
Yes.
But she does that in a lot of the big matches. If it was from a ladder, maybe it involves the actual gimmick. But Edge on his podcast, he made a very good point. He said the women being the first ever time, they don't want to set the bar. Mick Foley, Hell in a Cell #2. He said they have to build.
Yeah.
They have to be complete.
I think also we should be applauding them. It was safe.
It was
Right.
Do you know what? None of these girls got hurt.
Tamina took a beating.
They took a good on the SmackDown match. We're talking about now. They did a good match.
It was much better. They actually told a story of going up the ladder as well.
And I like that. I think. But my only argument was about this whole thing was I was excited to see SmackDown. I didn't get to watch it until like Thursday night. So and I'm actually spoiler free as well, which is very unusual for this kind of game.
Yeah.
And I just thought the whole thing once watching the SmackDown was a bit like this. There was almost like a holding pattern.
Yeah.
Nothing's changed. And I'm not saying that briefcase should be on anyone else than Carmella. I think it should be on Carmella. But then my point was, why do the match again? Just for the we know what they do it for ratings.
Yeah.
I just felt you kind of made the pay-per-view seem pointless.
Yeah. And also, it doesn't help that the way when you watched it, there was a lot of similar spots.
Yeah.
But it was a longer match. It was like
They
10,
tried
15 minutes.
Yeah.
And he told about a story. I wonder if the whole plan, the whole time was we're going to redo this in 2 weeks. Because the match in pay-per-view was 11 minutes.
Yeah, it was shorter. It felt.
It was like a condensed, poorer version of the SmackDown.
It was almost like you take the highlights of the SmackDown one and go, this is what we're going to do in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's like a trailer for it.
And they drew it out and told a better story with the SmackDown one. So it does seem...
What I find interesting is that if TNA had done this, right, if TNA had done the match on pay-per-view and then gone, oh, we're going to do the same match again in 2 weeks' time or even a week later, as wrestling fans out there, we would have been taking a ginormous, putting my trousers down and taking a ginormous dump all over it, saying this is ridiculous.
I hated it when you said I'm going to pull my trousers down.
Blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. But because it's yet again WWE, we give them a pass.
Yeah.
And for me, I was like, I actually felt this was a way, this actually is actually a detriment to your pay-per-view.
Yeah.
It made me think, why would, I mean, we didn't.
Why did I buy the network?
But why did I buy the network? Why did I buy the network? But why
You got it for free for 3 months.
Yeah, just keep changing that email address. No,
It's a crazy format.
Wait, does that work?
it does. I don't. I legitimately have to subscribe. But
I told someone off for doing that exact thing. He's literally using all of his family's emails every 3 months,
Why
and
not?
he's got 2 years of free stuff, and I don't condone that, and I
No.
told him off for it because you should support things you like.
Yeah.
It's silly that that's what WWE have got, that kind of loophole. You can do it, fine, whatever. But I was just sat there going, this show did nothing more than the pay-per-view did.
Yeah.
There was
It's-
nothing. Even the women's title, I didn't want the women's title to change, but nothing happened.
Do you reckon that?
Do you reckon
Do you reckon-
1996 Hanson DVD
Check out
video?
that Hanson
VHS.
VHS. Very niche.
Bop.
Yeah, there it is.
Where's the love? It's not enough.
Wait, I've lost.
He's lost his thread.
I've completely lost where I was going with that. Do you think what they did at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view is what they had planned, but then they got backlash from?
No, because I know what you mean. Like they got the backlash and we're gonna have to redo it and put like a woman actually doing it. I think the plan was what they did the whole time. Hence why it was such a condensed version of what we got. I
Yeah.
think if their plan was just to have Carmella bring it down, they would have done the longer match because that pay-per-view was a half an hour short.
I must admit, I did not like the first women's Money in the Bank being affected or tarnished, in my opinion, by having a bloke involved. I think you wanted to keep away from that.
Yeah. But it has got people talking more, and even our poll has showed the SmackDown, and that's since then. So it gets people talking, and I think this goes back to as much as we want it closer to sport, it's not.
It's still
So-
a show, yeah.
What are we tarnishing? What history?
Yeah.
You know, it's like Thor like dressing different. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, this is tarnishing the history of the comics. It's like, or is it just like making more money?
Well, Thor's got short hair in the new movie Ragnarok.
No.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the Hulk in it? And he's like,
I think so.
I've seen a clip. I'm not. I like my Marvel, but they got a clip where they go in like a gladiator kind of situation. And they
Yes.
go, oh, he's my mate. And they,
Yes.
Yeah. He has got short
He's
hair.
got short hair now.
Because I thought he looked like the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
Yeah, he does. Well,
Right.
the original Thor in the comic book didn't have a beard.
Did he not?
Now Thor in the movies has a beard.
There are probably people going, what the hell am I listening to? But yeah, I didn't know that. Actually, he makes sense to have a beard.
It does make sense for Thor to have a beard. I want the God of Thunder to have a beard.
If you think about mythology,
Yeah.
most of the gods had beards, excluding the women.
Oh, yeah.
They had beards.
Well, beards are godly.
Poseidon
Poseidon, exactly, Dan.
had a beard. What other Greek gods do you know?
Braun Strowman.
he's a man amongst. He's a god amongst men. Is that right?
JBL.
JBL was a wrestling god, and he has not got a beard.
He has
No,
not.
clean shaven.
He never had a beard. Oh, he did.
Oh, Justin Hall.
Just not for wrestling.
Stop talking about superheroes. I can't stand heroes in spandex. It's the worst.
Do you not like it? You're not a Marvel fan.
Like a made-up thing of like big muscular men in spandex just seems like the most ridiculous thing to me.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah. Guys,
And they're
why?
getting hit and then bouncing back and being absolutely fine.
Yeah. Did you watch Ride Along?
No, do you know what? I honestly haven't seen any of the new season of Rising On yet. I have heard it's great. Toby's watched, I think, all of them.
Do you know what? I said to Joe, I prefer wrestling on a weekly basis to be majority squash matches, lots of story and character development, and then the pay-per-views you get the long matches with the big stars. That's what I much prefer. Like if you see the Drifter versus Finn this week on Raw in a 6-minute match, I'd rather see that in a 10-minute match at the pay-per-view. But this week see Finn versus Enhancement Talent, and we see all these cool moves. Then have something creative happen, like the Drifter comes out, does something, and they go back and forth, or even that week just have a build-up package for the two, or something that's filmed off-set.
I think sometimes what they do very well, and Brock Lesnar's a good example of this, and Roman Reigns was a little while ago, when they take them out of the ring and sit them down with Corey or whoever, and do this kind of interview, they kind of get the ability to flesh out their characters. Very similar to what they sometimes do on Talking Smack.
And UFC, because Daniel Bryan's talked about it, he said he thinks they need to change the whole way they show the show, if that makes sense, like how they portray it.
It's filmed. If you look back, well, if you watch back a Raw from, say, I don't know, apart from the sets change, obviously, but if you look at Raw, say, from 2002, it's filmed the same way.
Yeah.
It's shot in the same angles. I get the fact that you've got to shoot it from one side, you've got to have a hard cam. I get all that.
Like when they go backstage and they're watching the match, but they're all in like a V.
Yeah, it's like no one stands like that.
No one's just standing in front of the TV.
No one
and they're
stands like that.
super close.
And I think you'd make it more realistic if it was like a traditional backstage is.
Yeah.
If you've been backstage at any kind of wrestling show, if you're lucky enough, we all have, obviously. It's smelly. Okay, you got it on TV. It's a mess. Traditionally, people are chatting in groups. And a lot of the time, you can have a brawl. That's great. But then you.
Oh, we have brawls back then.
But you almost want it to seem like more. I think if you made it seem more realistic and less kind of shiny, it would seem. You get more people interested. Go, wow, we're going to take you backstage now. No, you're not. You're going to take them to a pre-posted area where you've got all the lighting just
Especially
right.
with the 24 show, where they show just after. and it's the guy walking into that set with all the other wrestlers watching him.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
Yeah, but is that the fact that we're aware it's a show though? Like,
Yeah.
like
I don't mind. To be honest, I don't mind. Wrestling isn't necessarily real,
No.
so it could be as showy as
It's
you
real
want.
to me, damn it.
Yeah, but like, I don't want it to be sport. I watch
I'll
sport.
get to the sound effects for you, Joe.
I just can't get to that.
I like sport and I like wrestling. I don't need wrestling to be like more
No,
realistic.
no.
I'm happy it to be like superheroes.
Well, what
and
we were
stuff.
discussing a minute ago before we went off on a Thor tangent, it's a show. We need to accept it. It is a show. We enjoy it like it's a show. It's not a sport.
But yeah, I get that. Like, I'm playing devil's advocate here because I do agree with what you're saying.
I like it.
But the WWE and wrestling in general want us to believe it's a real thing.
Mm.
So what I'm trying to say is where is that line? I think one thing about wrestling which is very cool and very good is it doesn't necessarily fit into one product.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily entertainment. It's not necessarily sport.
Well, that.
And I get it's sport entertainment, yeah, but it's not necessarily soap opera either.
That's
But it has elements of all these things.
But that's the grey area that they're creating, and that's why people are caught in this weird limbo where they are questioning it 1 minute and saying like, why isn't this more real, or why isn't? Because they're not going one way or the other.
But I must admit, I couldn't watch Raw every week if there was like 3 hours of really real fighting
No.
with very little talking. And it was all just intense. That's why I watch it. I like the show. And that's why I like things like Ride Along. I'm all for it.
The roster wouldn't cope with
No.
3 hours of proper.
No.
The bodies just generally wouldn't
Yeah.
take the punishment.
No.
But yeah, Ride Along was great. They were advertising as Jericho and Owens. There happened to also be Corey Graves, Tom Phillips, and Nia Jax.
Corey Graves, Tom Phillips, and Nia Jax in one car.
Yeah,
That is fantastic.
Okay, we were like, that's random. It's really good.
That is the three you would not put together.
No, Tom Phillips and Corey Graves are genuinely best friends. But I didn't know Nia was to do that. But maybe it's a situation where
Tom Phillips sending any kind of interesting Instagram?
no, but I feel like they were probably.
I hope he was driving.
Did you ever hear that joke that Corey made?
Yes.
Yeah, that was amazing. So I think that's enough for this week because we have covered so much earlier and now.
I think we got to talk about Slammiversary. That's going to take. That's why we haven't covered any impact in this. A whole lot of stuff to talk about Slammiversary. Plus, the main thing was SmackDown for me. I don't think Raw gave us much.
Other than the women's gauntlet, and Braun is very much becoming a fan favourite.
We have a meme in the chat room.
We do.
I'm a god amongst men.
Yeah.
Thanks to our resident meme
He threw
expert,
him.
Marty Villaquirk.
Nasty fall from Roman as well, right between
Yeah.
them. That's too close to the.
That looked painful.
Yeah.
But network, things that we haven't covered like this week, just random. Make sure you go watch Being Elite. That week you want to see Ring of Honor, New Japan more.
Did you see them doing the Evolution?
Yes.
Yeah.
Evolution.
Who was the guy with the blonde hair?
That's
Is that Hangman Page?
Hangman Page.
Yeah.
Didn't recognise him.
Hell of a lariat on him. As Flip Gordon knows all about. If you need to go back and watch a lot of that. It's
No, I
funny
saw
stuff.
that because they're doing a thing with Flip Gordon, aren't they?
Yeah.
'Cause Marty was in a limousine with him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think someone on my Facebook the other day said they went back on one day and just watched all 60. I think it is back to back.
They're getting longer as well. Someone said, "Are you going to make a movie to them?" And they were like, "We will if the money's there." Like, is in
Pay us.
Yeah. If it's a Patreon,
They'll sell them.
$10.
They'll sell them.
80,000 people will definitely buy it because there's 100,000 subscribers.
Definitely
Yeah.
worth it.
So, but also last night's New Japan. So, you guys support New Japan because it's moving into America, and I think it very much realistically could become the number 2 globally.
And actually, that's quite a tangent. We had this conversation, me and you, I think, a couple of weeks ago, and we haven't really. I haven't voiced the rest of the team, so Joey may not have heard this or not. I think it was me and you had this conversation, Scott, about New Japan. We find that New Japan is getting a lot of traction over here in the UK and that's one of the States. And also, there's a lot of people that we now know who work for New Japan who are interesting to watch, and there's a lot of great matches. We want you guys to kind of tell us whether you want more New Japan coverage in the show, because we honestly don't know how we stand with this, and we always go by what the listeners want.
Yeah.
So, at TWS Radio or studio@topwrestlingshow.com
Yeah.
with an email, just tell us honestly if you want us to give us more information on it. We will try and find some way of covering it. There's a lot to cover in the week now, and we need to talk about it as a group. But it was just we are generally interested whether you guys want us to cover more of it.
Yeah.
And that they're moving on AXA into America last night. Seemed to go down a treat. And friends of the shows like Marty, everyone, like there's so many guys on there.
And then the matches, they've only got Okada and Omega.
Yes.
We've had that. You're gonna get a third one in the G1.
Wow.
Yeah,
No time limit.
last night you
No,
had
30-minute time limit this one.
Oh, is it? Is it?
In the G1, that bracket is 30 minutes.
Oh, the clown
Wow.
I reckon they're going to do another non-finish.
tip.
Because I don't think... Has Cody had the match yet?
Cody last night had his match. I don't want to spoil in case.
Okay. I don't think I know in that case what happened. I do know what happened, but yes, okay. So we'll talk about that next week, maybe.
Shout out to Naito though. I think more eyes are getting on Naito, and I think he is the second coming of Nakamura.
Yeah.
So interesting. Comes out in his suit, holds his eye open.
See, Tack in the chat room, one of our long-term listeners, New Japan is until New Japan is broadcast in the UK, he couldn't give a monkeys, and I kind of get that.
I get it, but I do genuinely think for wrestlers, not just viewers, but for the wrestlers, I think it's going to become the second alternative to WWE because I think the money structure's best.
Absolutely.
And the coverage, it's the first time since WCW where I think as a wrestler you look at it and go, I don't think it's just WWE. I would probably do a career in Japan.
A lot of people have said, even Bailey this week, if you listened to Stone Cold podcast, I'm dropping another podcast, mate.
Yeah, that's what we do. We promote other people's podcasts.
Yeah, nice they promoted us. Anyway, she said she always wanted to work in Japan. She never believed it would be the WWE would be the person who would get her over there.
Yeah.
There's a desire to go over there, and with a great respect to Impact Wrestling, they are New Japan are bringing in bigger numbers.
And Zack Sabre, for example, always turned down WWE because Japan is this, and he's in.
No, he's working under a mask.
No, he's not under a mask last night.
I wasn't last night. In the last couple of months, he's been working under a mask
Really?
randomly. Yes.
That's so random.
Yeah.
But Kota Ibushi's gone back. Like, it's just such a stacked. Like, Okada is potentially the best babyface of the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin was at the show last night.
Trivia for you, because it's linked to the Slammiversary. Okada.
Yeah.
Who did he used to be the bodyguard of in TNA?
Ooh. Well, how long ago was this?
Was it Gato or someone?
Nope.
I vaguely have an idea of this actually being a thing, and I can't remember.
God, how long ago was this?
I'll Google it in the break, but I can't remember one of them. He definitely was in TNA.
Well, how about this secondary trivia, guys? We'll see you after the break for Slammiversary 15 preview and the answer to the trivia. I'm going to have to have a wee. Just bring us back in if...
Okada.
O-K-A-D-A.
TNA. Got it. Oh, brilliant! It's great.
Is it?
Great bit. Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure, but I was right.
Okay. I've had a couple of people answer in the chat room.
Yeah.
TWS. You can listen live via the website at totalwrestlingshow.com on your phone.
Hydration.
TuneIn app, or podcast. Just download
Not as hot in here as I was expecting.
website.
No, I've got shorts on.
And podcast.
Yeah, I always come in my gym gear now.
Reason for you to
Because I
miss
sweat.
your favourite wrestling.
Welcome back, fans. I'm Jerry.
So, I get why you can't have played this.
I played it because I read Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, we haven't got a Jeff Jarrett one.
Yeah, I thought this was Jeff Jarrett genuine and I put it in. That was an absolute mistake.
Have you missed an episode of TWS? Or are you not able to join us live? Well, if that's the case, then subscribe to the show on iTunes.
Hey.
Search for Total Wrestling Show, and you will have access to our entire back catalogue, with every Total Talk, on the road, and of course, live show archive at your disposal. While you're there, don't forget to leave us a review.
Did she asleep?
No, she's in Nashville, I think so.
The Pride of Mexico.
Slammiversary preview. Get into the chat room now. TalkWrestlingShow.com. Click on Listen Live and have your say on who's going to win what at Slammiversary. Plus, you get prizes. Prizes for you. Now. Only on pick.
Did you find out who is the bodyguard?
Oh, I was right. When I said it, I wasn't 100% sure, but I was right in my head. So,
He said he'd never go to WWE.
2000, the way he was treated in TNA, you can't blame him. When I tell you, if you remember it, you'll be like, oh yeah. At war.
surprised. I don't think this would take too long.
No.
Because there's certain matches that I don't know if we can just. It's not.
It'd be hard to pad out, to be honest. Behind the scenes there, you guys heard of that?
Look at that. Look.
What's the size of that?
That's Russian, I'm guessing.
Look at my arm.
Oh, your arm next to that Russian writing, though. Are you ready to come in?
Like Hulk Hogan.
Brother!
That's my good shoulder as well, 'cause my right shoulder really hurts, yeah. Sorry, I was just admiring my arm.
Myron.
Camera.
I tell you what, have that arm when you're straight edge of your life. Just drinking milk.
That's fantastic.
Try and get arms like that.
Bruno Sammartino would be proud.
Yeah, he would.
Are you proud?
Brother.
I don't even take paracetamol. That's how far I take it. I don't even take paracetamol. Anyway,
it's a special occasion. It's Team
I-
BroDANS. We've got secondary trivia.
I'm literally one step away from straight edge over the stomach. Can you imagine if I got that tattoo? You'd find that so funny. Guys, we're in prediction league. and
I'm
it's a
surprised you
team-
haven't got the Brothers or Dot Cartel tattooed on your back or something.
Brothers or
The brothers or .bigcartel.com.
There
That's
it
the
is.
one.
Oh, so, guys, in the chat room, no, we'll plug it in the end.
I've already put it in the chat room.
Cool. So this is the first TNA/Global Force Wrestling /Impact prediction.
We should
league.
probably cover that before we.
So
get
yeah,
into
what I
it.
was about to say was a little bit of feedback on the news of.
Hang on, let me do my trivia first.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, with this thing. So I was a bit wishy-washy with the question, but Okada was in TNA.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Any idea? Who,
Doug Williams.
Who he kind of was managing in there, quite working with. I'll give you clues. Back in 2011,
Wow.
January to be exact. He wasn't there that long.
Magnus.
He was in one of the worst storylines of all time, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah.
Was he
Involved.
dressed like? Do you remember when Ric Flair was the Scorpion or whatever it was?
No, but he was dressed in a certain
Like all
costume.
black.
No, green.
I'm not going to read out any of the answers that people gave in the chat room, just in case some of them are right, because I genuinely don't know.
Okay.
Shout out to Scotty220, the Cannon, Tack, Marty Leo Quirk. Everyone's having a go.
A couple who have got on the chat room. He was the cameraman, in air quotes, for Samoa Joe when Joe was feuding with friend of the show, the Pope,
Wow.
and the Pope was basically asking people for money for the children, the orphans, and he was using them for strip clubs, and he bought dogs for the children but never gave them to him. Like, it was an awful thing. It got so bad that I believe he was actually kidnapped by the Pope in the end
I remember.
and was tied up, and he was dressed like the Green Hornet.
Oh.
No, who was it? Who was not the Green Hornet? The guy who was his chauffeur in the Green Hornet. Okay, but
Oh, yeah.
He was just like
Not
that.
so much superhero.
Wow.
That's what he's dressed like.
Wow.
He wasn't there that long, and to be honest, you can't blame him. This guy now is having six and a half star matches, whatever it is, with
Yep.
Kenny
That's crazy.
Omega.
Isn't it? The potential is crazy.
If you watch him, his fire is amazing. Anyway, Global Force Wrestling has taken over TNA Impact. It seems.
Yeah, and to top that even further, from what we can believe, we haven't had any official announcement from TNA as of yet. The TNA will go. Impact will still be Impact on Earth.
So it'll be Global Force Impact.
It'll be Global Force Impact.
Oh, okay.
What's the point?
I think. I don't know. I have reached out to our contacts in TNA UK for an art there. At the moment, our keep staying fairly hush-lipped. I understand why.
Yeah.
As I understand it, it's a lot comes down to the marketing of it. There's a connotation that with Impact Wrestling that it's TNA,
Yeah.
and I suppose you're moving to a different set of acronyms in GFW.
Yeah.
It sounds better.
TNA is not a good look as well.
The whole
It never was a good look.
back
but
in 2002 when it started.
more acceptable.
It was it was risque. It's
Yeah,
got a TNA. But if you're going to a company, I think even Hulk Hogan said this when he was part of it. If you're going to promoters or you're going to kind of advertising and saying, "Hey, well,
Good Morning America, come see TNA."
Yeah, it sounds bad. I actually like it. I think there's a element of concern that it's
built into my head now, though, TNA. Like, I don't even call it Impact now. I always call it, oh, do you see any TNA?
and that's what a lot of people do call it.
And the thing is, in 5 years' time, I'm still going to say, have you watched any TNA?
If they're going to rebrand it, they really need to really push it hard.
One thing I want them to do, okay, I know Impact is blue,
Yeah.
go green or do something.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? And I don't like blue anyway because SmackDown's blue.
Yeah.
You could have always picked a colour that wasn't red or blue.
Yeah.
Not yellow either because now NXT. Just pick something different, like green.
Yeah.
I think
Global Force, everything.
I think the concern is that we've seen, I'd say this with great respect, we've seen so many reboots of TNA.
Well,
So many different versions. This is the new era. We're going to win. We're going to do a little bit of anthem and all that kind of stuff. And I get it, but I think as fans, you get it's only and then we're only talking a company's only running 15 years.
Yeah.
They have rebooted and changed themselves so many times. You get to the point where you're like, it was like a boy that cries wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You now need to see some real.
Well, it's like Diet starts on Monday.
Yeah, it is. It
feels a bit like that now. Bit of feedback on it. Jonathan Blatarski Jr. said 2 rebrands in 6 months. 15 years of TNA legacy pooped on for a brand that is utter failure. I've been a fan since the Asylum days, and by God, I've had enough. Thankfully, Ring of Honor, Lucha Underground, and New Japan exist.
And that's one of the things about wrestling. There are so many different products out there that gives you. Diversity.
Now they are. Like,
yeah.
Do you know what's weird? Go back 5 years.
I know we only.
Ring of Honor was in a dark area. TNA was maybe in a. Well, you just said 5 years ago, what was happening? Okada was a cameraman for Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
So it was WWE.
Yeah.
Remember WWE 2011? Capital Punishment. R-Truth versus John Cena.
Yeah.
Do you remember at one point, that was just before, just after, when TNA, just before TNA went head to head with WWE for a couple of weeks on live on Mondays. And that was when everyone was very excited and like war's starting again.
Yeah.
And it died so quickly.
And think that now, we got Lucha Underground, which is, like, if you like that sort of thing, it's tremendous.
Yeah.
You got Glow on Netflix. You've got Ring of Honor is literally in a sweet spot again.
Yeah.
New Japan is in potentially its best ever sweet spot. WWE's potentially in one of its biggest sweet spots, like for sheer talent.
Is there a case of like all these different companies are offering very different flavours of ice cream, but TNA still kind of feels like they're trying
the Audi version of WWE Tesco's.
Yeah, it feels like they're still kind of trying. They haven't quite found their own niche.
Yeah, and I think
because the others very much have
they've got their own
look
thing.
and everything. Like Ring of, you see Ring of Honor, you don't go, is that WWE? You go, that's Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I like Ring of Honor. I watch it most weeks because I find it's an easy hour of TV to watch, and it really is. And I know I'm over here on terrestrial channels, so to speak, or on Sky, but it's just the Fight app. It's so easy to watch on iPad or phone, whatever. But I think Ring of Honor looks, and maybe it's by design, looks like an indie house show.
Yeah.
And I think when you look at the crowd stuff, you can just compare and contrast. Impact, yes, I know the way they film that kind of stuff. It makes it look more popular because of the way they film it.
Yeah.
There is no right answer here.
No.
You like Ring of Honor, you like TNA, you like WWE, you like New Japan, or you like some or none of them. That is your choice as a fan, absolutely. I think it's very easy to be negative on TNA.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people can be. I think TNA is always that redheaded stepchild that people want to whip.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to point the finger at someone wrestling's awful. Yeah. It's TNA. Hang on a minute.
And that's why
have you seen some of the, excuse my language, crap Lucha Underground puts out sometimes? They had some brutal things. Some guy got his head knocked off the other week.
True.
I was like,
really?
Yeah.
I need to see this. But maybe that's why, again, they're going towards Global Force because they want to get rid of the stigma of the red-headed stepchild. They want it to be separate.
Maybe.
But we're going to get to Slammiversary. Bruce Pritchard just put a tweet out saying, good luck to everyone on the start of the new, like, basically he was saying, like, this is the start of something new. Basically.
Yeah, the new era.
Which again is very much Diet Starts Monday. Like this is the start of the new Impact. Oh, with all the wrestlers from last week.
No, I will say WWE are doing something very similar. They're pushing this new era thing themselves, aren't they? It's,
True.
You know, it's not just TNA doing it.
At least they stick to it, and they do actually break.
Do they?
Yeah, but think how many talents they brought through in the last few years since they've started saying that.
Granted, but if I will say
TNA aren't. They're bringing.
Hang on, come on. Okay, I'm not going to get into the big fight between TNA and good and bad, but if you look at the rebrand, the relaunch with Anthem's app, they brought
a lot of new talent.
A lot of new talent, a lot of fresh faces. We have got to give them time to bed in. A lot of the guys from NXT, you first see them, you go, what the hell? Yeah. You know, until they find their gimmicks, and okay, granted, it's a different kind of thing, but I think it's easy compared to TNA WWE. You are comparing
apples and oranges.
Yeah.
Because you got to really go, I think you go Impact, NXT.
Do you know what? Impact, NXT, Impact, Ring of Honor.
Yeah, because
I think those three are all on the kind of same level.
Yeah, because NXT and Impact particularly are very similar in the sense they're both in Florida. They're both once a week. They're both taped, and it's like it just seems very similar.
Well, you're right. All three are taped.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor bulk tape.
Yeah.
Impact bulk tape. NXT bulk tape.
Yeah.
The only negative difference between NXT and Ring of Honor, Impact and the other two is Impact hadn't been on the road. They've always been in the same area. Yeah. Ring of Honor does go to different areas.
I don't know why they don't do
They are now about to. They are.
But last time they did, they went to baseball fields and they couldn't fill it.
That was GFW.
But can't. Yeah, but now it is. As Kieran would say, he is an alumni of Impact Wrestling now. because he wrestled for Global Force.
Oh, is he?
So he's a TNA alumni.
So we can now say
You
what
can put it on his booking fee, I swear. But anyway, guys, the current standings
Do it.
for Prediction League are on TotalWrestlingShow.com. If you go to listen live, and also they are here now, and they are in last place. Mafia, the other team down, 94. Podcast 97, Live 104, and Family 107. I think this will really put the cat amongst the pigeons. Taz, because this show is going to be so random. I think
There are a lot of matches on this show.
there's a lot of points to be.
There's a lot of points for a start, and there's also a lot of matches that I don't think a lot of people have a clue. Because to be fair, they haven't been given a great build on TV.
Yeah.
Some have.
Yeah.
But some matches have been completely forgotten. This tag match we're going to get into, the tag title match. LAX haven't been on the show properly, even wrestling, since before they went to India.
Yeah, and I said to Joe, I was like, even with WWE, you can kind of go, all right, well, they're going here next. I don't think Impact know where they're going next. They're doing like 5 sets of tapings post tonight, but I don't reckon the talent or anyone know where they're going.
Well, you'll find out because we've got some exclusive comments from Scott Steiner coming up, and he in this segment coming up in a bit, and also in Overload when he talked about the future post Slammiversary, what's in it for him and for the company. So it's interesting.
We will move into their big show of this is their WrestleMania, right? Or is Bound for Glory?
They flip. I find they do flip. Sometimes it's Slammiversary's their big show, and sometimes
Slammiversary sounds more like a WrestleMania.
It does.
Because it is essentially the same thing,
Yes.
just changing the way. Alright, so the first match is KM Kevin Matthews, Congo Kong, and is it LVN or is it Liv?
It's Lauren Van Ness.
Because I call her Liv for some reason.
No, it's Laurel Van Ness.
Okay, the Ali, Braxton, and Mahalabali Shura.
So
God, that is a throwback. BroDANS saying Mahalabali Shura.
Yeah.
So this is this all come on from this,
Hey.
from the point of view of the wedding angle, which Maria was originally involved in.
Yeah, and I don't know her real name. Chelsea Green, I call her. Zack Ryder's girlfriend, LVN.
Oh, Laurel Van Ness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does she always wrestle in the...
Yes.
Okay, with
So-
the weird makeup?
She has.
I applaud that for being different.
Since she has been jilted at the altar by Braxton Sutter, and who got with Ali, she has basically gone into meltdown, alcoholic meltdown. They've kind of implied because she's come out of champagne bottles a few times,
Okay.
and
I like it.
and has worn the same dress.
Okay.
I like it.
And it stinks.
It's a good TV character.
Here's a random little fact for you. She was, in fact, filming Instagrams of Nikki Bella, Alexa Bliss, Natalia, all at John Cena's house the other day.
Really? I didn't see this.
Isn't that weird?
It-
Because Nikki
no.
Bella put a picture of them all like playing in the pool or whatever, and she said, not pictured in this picture, Chelsea Green, thanks for hanging out today with Toll Divas.
She is not the most polished worker, I would say.
She had a lot of Storm training, she wasn't tough enough, wasn't she?
Yeah, I don't. But then I think also she's. Again, I think sometimes they've got a lot of green girls in the knockout division currently, so it is a bit of a challenge with the people she's working. One thing I do want to mention, we want to get through this match very quickly. KM, that guy, I want to turn the TV off.
You know
Wow.
Kevin Matthews?
I've known
Can't
Kevin
stand
Matthews
him.
for a long time. I don't know if I think Crusher might be a fan. He was the one involved in the whole Build-A-Mop story. If you didn't know that.
I didn't know.
Do you remember when Build-A-Mop first thing with all the allegations?
Yes.
Of hurting people. He was the one that came out with it all.
Wow.
Well, we used
So-
to listen to 2.5 Wrestlers,
2.5
which
Wrestlers.
was his podcast with Pat Buck, who is now Ryback's...
The conversation with the big guys,
Conversation with-
with Ryback.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's WrestlePro. He used to be Pro Wrestling Syndicate. Yeah, he's that guy. He was, if you believe it or not, he was in WCW.
I did not. Do you know what?
2001
He
WCW.
comes across to me as someone who's watched way too much mid to late 90s Attitude Era wrestling.
Sounds about right.
Yells into the microphone, is constantly angry, but has no reason to be angry.
He's like that in real life, I believe.
And I just go, you give me nothing. And it almost like I want to feel like X-Pocky. I'm not that saying everyone throws out X-Pocky. I've got that with him. I just can't stand the guy.
Wow. He's an interesting one. Yeah, he was in WCW right at the end. He was in Developmental in 2005, 2006 with WWE.
I didn't know this.
And then went away a long time. Kind of had a second job. Only wrestled in Pro Wrestling Syndicate, WrestlePro. Now with the influx of Falabar and Mario Baccara
There you go.
into Impact, who isn't Congo Kong in this match. But guys, I can tell you right now, Mafia has gone Team Kevin Matthews, which you'll be happy to know, and Podcast have gone Team Braxton. I genuinely, Joe, believe this is a toss-up. I don't think... There's a part of me that thinks it's Team KM for one reason, and that is they had Congo Kong take the pin on Impact.
Yeah,
this
because
week.
they had an 8-man main event of Impact this week, and they also did this match in a different variation. They did it with 2 girls and a guy.
Yeah.
But they had the women's title involved in this originally on Impact,
Okay.
which was some confusion on our Facebook page why we put this graphic up, because it's not actually on Wikipedia.
Oh,
Only Impact UK have shared this graphic for it, so that's why we're previewing
Could
it.
it be a pre-show?
It could be, but
If I knew that, I feel like it'd be the baby faces.
and I went as our team. I went babyface, but I was totally overruled by my colleagues. We have gone for the heel team of Congo Kong to win.
I feel like they need to get their win back. But saying it, no, yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, what do you reckon?
I tend to side with you.
Yeah, I know you. All right, so I think we'll put us down as Congo Kong's team. So Team KM for family. We need to know in the chat room.
We didn't throw that out, did we? Sorry.
We got a few answers coming in.
Okay, we'll give you a couple more minutes before we move
I
on.
think they're all going faces.
Faces. So we were
Yeah.
split. So we
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, seems that way.
John?
Team Braxton.
Team Braxton, yeah.
Okay, so live and podcast gone Braxton. Team Family and Mafia gone Team KM.
That was for 1 point as well.
That is for 1 point. The next match is going to be hard for me to say. This is LAX v Marufuji and Ishimori v Drago and El Hijo de Fantasma. This takes me back to
Dog Center.
v Laredo Kid and Garza Jr. This is a tag title match for 2 points.
With no build.
With no build, as like you said, LAX did not go to India.
I don't know if there's an issue with kind of visas and that kind of stuff, but they for whatever reason, they've done a couple of vignettes, but nothing to build this match up. It's interesting though that this is going to be, I think, a internet wrestling fans dream match
Yeah.
some way. You've got Drago and you've got the other guy from
Marufuji and Ishimori are
Yeah.
known as well. So.
and from New Japan as well, and you've obviously, and to be fair, Garza Jr. and Laredo
Right.
Kid are very talented workers, and I'm loving the new LAX as well.
Question is, would this LAX be the new guys or will it be
No,
Homicide and...
interesting. Homicide's doesn't seem to be wrestling.
That seems like it, doesn't it? That's from what
It's the 2 new guys who I think are very talented.
Yeah.
See, I struggled with them.
Oh really?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I tell you, this is some really weird trivia. Nakamura was seen at the Slammiversary meet and greet this week. Because he was there to see Ishimori and Marufuji and Scott D'Amore. And he hung out with them, but there's pictures of him at the fan event. I have no clue if he knows that's going to get him in trouble,
I would have thought.
or if he just doesn't
I'd
care.
say he's probably pretty bulletproof.
He
I
doesn't.
To be fair.
Yeah.
But I can tell you, Mafia and Podcast have gone LAX.
The chat room is 100% LAX.
And I'm going to go LAX because
I'm
that's
going
the
LAX.
only team that I want to write less words.
But I also think, to be fair, there is no way they're taking the tag titles off LAX yet, especially with teams. One team is half from Lucha Underground. I know there's a working relationship with them, but I just don't see them.
And also the Japanese guys, you know, if
Yeah.
they're staying around.
I would suggest that.
If anyone, you Laredo Kid and Garza Jr.
Because they've been around, but they're nowhere near as over as LAX. And LAX, if anyone's taking the pin, it's Garza and Laredo Kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next match is Moose and D'Angelo Williams v Eli Drake and Chris Adonis for 1 point. I can tell you, Team Mafia and Podcast have gone Moose and Williams. Chat room, we need your guess.
Yeah, Sharon.
So if you don't know who D'Angelo Williams is,
There was a good little promo on this week's Impact with regards to this guy's clearly a wrestling fan. We talk about celebrities coming in, not being fans.
Yeah.
This guy's clearly a fan and knows his
He's
stuff.
putting the work in as well by the looks of that
Yeah.
package they put together.
Taking some bumps and getting training.
I can tell you he is a free agent running back drafted by the Carolina Panthers in 2006 in the first round. He's been playing on and off for Steelers the last few years, but he's currently free agent.
He's a fantastic running back.
So this kind of came about with Eli Drake and Chris Adonis going after the Grand Slam type championship. Grand Slam championship, and they have failed, and then they doubled up on Moose. And Moose went to get a normal tag team partner.
Yeah.
He went outside and went to the outside of the
roots.
wrestling world and went to his roots. It's a great thing for Impact to have a name of that on the card. It's similar to like they did with Lawrence Taylor back in the day with Bam Bam Big.
Well, the big baller brand.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, didn't TNA do it with when they were TNA?
Yes.
Pac-Man Jones.
Yeah, they've done that. They've
Of course.
also done it. WWE done it in the past with Stephen Amell.
Yep.
So it's not unusual.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fine. For me, it's a simple match to give them eyeballs to Impact and
Yep.
Slammiversary. It's a face team winning. Moose is going over. They're obviously very strong on Moose as well.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, Chris Adonis was injured
On
on the tour on tapings. We don't know whether he. I believe I'm friends on Facebook, and he has confirmed he is in. He's going to be on the pay per view.
Yeah.
But don't know how bad injured was. If you saw the last this week's Impact, he was taped up pretty heavily with KT tape. But I think fine. Chris Steiner is there to take the fall, in my opinion.
Eli Drake should.
Eli Drake is the guy that they are pushing. I actually put that Grand Championship onto Eli Drake for a period of time.
Yeah.
I let him run with it.
I like Eli Drake a lot.
I do too.
Yeah.
I've already put stuff for Moose and Williams.
Yeah,
If you bring a celebrity, surely he's got to win.
Got to.
And chat room, Joe.
They seem to agree with that wholeheartedly.
I think it's one of those. It's a feel-good moment.
And again, that's only 1 point in the prediction league team wars.
The next match is a strap match for 1 point, and it is EC3 versus James Storm. And I can tell you, Podcast and Matthew have both got an EC3. EC3 is unbeaten at Slammiversary.
Yes.
I feel like they're going to do everything in their power to keep him. Because he did put a cryptic tweet out last night mentioning that this was part 3 of his time in TNA and it was almost like the final chapter. And
there's something going on with EC3, and I think, to be fair, the guy is probably...
he's better than what he's been given.
Diamond in the rough with TNA or Impact Wrestling. He's a guy who's, yes, he's a friend of the show. He's a great worker. He's developed a lot from what he was with WWE.
But you could even see the potential back in WWE.
Yeah, he's got a good look as well.
Yeah,
he looks even better now, and he can talk. He's got a good understanding. You hear him on podcasts, he seems to have an understanding of everything. But he's someone who he can wrestle, you know. I think he's a perfect fit for NXT rather than Ring of Honor and New Japan. I think everywhere is an interesting...
I don't know if WWE would be interested in him because I can't remember what his WWE name even was. But
Derek Bateman.
That's it. I don't... That means nothing to them bring him back. He doesn't start at the bottom again in NXT, and I don't think he's going to want to necessarily do that. And to be fair, he shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You know, they brought Bobby Roode in
and Mike
Bennett in without any kind of thing. But I think the fact is,
Maria.
No. they made themselves.
Yeah.
But they made themselves in TNA, but they were never part of WWE beforehand. I know Bobby Roode had like a cup of coffee. Yeah, okay.
Have we got that music on our?
Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
Bobby Roode is a better example. He made himself in TNA, but he was never in WWE properly beforehand. This is almost like I believe WWE will see this as a 2 fingers up to them, that I've gone away from WWE, I've made myself a main eventer, a former world champion, blah blah blah. If he comes back from NXT, they go, okay, yeah, you can start at the bottom again.
But the thing is, they at least put him in a situation like he wouldn't be losing to CN every week. He's going to be pushed to the top.
I don't know.
Because if he gets pushed to the top and he wins the title at some point, he's coming up at some point. There's no one that's ever won that's never come up.
No, true, but if he gets pushed to the title.
But I think he's also someone who they know, who they could easily slip in as more like in a drifter role.
Maybe. I just don't see EC3 in WWE. I'd like to see him in WWE. Yeah. I just don't see how that happens.
I think he'll leave TNA shortly after this, and I think Ryback will take his place. So I think, would you be opposed to Ryback in TNA?
Do you know what? I don't mind Ryback. I think he's fine in small doses. I think he works. He knows his gimmick now.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm happy to see anyone go anywhere as long as guys get working and getting paid and booked properly. Until they're actually there, you can never say.
No.
Yeah, true.
You can never.
What about
Okada being a great example?
What would you think of TBA in that tag division?
I think.
Do you think would be easier to pronounce?
I think that they always need jobbers. I mean, look at the
Mumbai
Cats who are on this week.
Stop it now.
You two look good in the mask.
Cheers. So
you got a face for masks.
What did Live say? Got a face for radio.
Got a face for. I've definitely got a face for radio. I think Live. Did you say EC3? Scott? Joe? Sorry?
Yeah,
that's Joe there.
They've gone with EC3. Yeah.
That's Joe there, Percy.
There's Joe there.
I haven't known.
I think this could go either way.
It'd be a good match though, strap match.
There's also the rumour as well that they traditionally will announce a Hall of Fame inductee at Slammiversary. And the names that have been battled around is this and James Storm. So it makes you wonder if it's Jimmy James Storm, then does James Storm really need to win? And also for this feud, I think James Storm does need to win.
Yeah.
However, my teammates don't.
I agree. I think it's a big show. The babyface should finally win. But I just think they're going to do everything they can to... You're going to win at the pay-per-view. We're going to have you back into the main event in the taping. I think it's all hands on deck to keep their diamond in the rough.
And James Storm has already left and come back, hasn't he?
Yeah, they know that he's probably signed a new deal. All that, you know, and I think they know... He knows where he's at. He knows he's putting the new guys over now. He's not in a different role.
I think this will be a good match. I think this will be an intense match. I think these guys...
They'll want worlds. They'll want physical. Like EC3 will want to tweet out some worlds.
And then bear in mind they've also got another Full Metal Mayhem on this show. I think these guys are going to be like, we've got to make sure this really stands out. And actually, technically, this should be one of the main events.
I'm looking forward to it.
I think it's one of the top 3 matches.
Yeah,
for sure.
I agree.
Yeah, especially if you're showing like a random person.
It's the one. It's the one I'm looking for.
Talking of Full Metal Mayhem, the next match is the Full Metal Mayhem. First time ever intergender Full Metal Mayhem. They said on
And
this week.
This, for me, is a match I'm most looking forward to.
Which is Davey Richards and wife Angelina Love versus Eddie Edwards and wife
Yes,
Alicia.
Alicia.
I don't
Alicia
know who
Edwards.
Alicia is.
She's a wrestler herself. She is fairly green, but she's a wrestler. And obviously Angelina and Davey are married as well, as you know, because we interviewed them together.
Yeah.
Go check out our interview.
Yeah.
But this is built really well. These guys have been hampered a little bit by injury
Yeah.
by both Eddie and Davey.
Yeah.
I think Davey has really found his niche in this kind of heel with a hot wife
Yeah.
backup situation. I think
Yeah.
Davey, even though he is a former world champion, I think he looks lost.
Yeah.
A little bit, and looks very. He reminds me a little bit of Mark Andrews because he comes out with the baseball cap on backwards. I was like,
Yeah.
I think he looks really. When he was a champion, he was
Who's
good at
this?
that.
Eddie Edwards.
Eddie, yeah.
Yeah.
He's coming with the baseball back backwards. I like it. I think it makes sense for Eddie to win it, but I really would love to see Davey win this personally myself. But
Well, I can tell you right now, you did go Eddie and
We
Alicia,
did.
and the podcast went Davey and Angelina. We've gone a lot of heels, Joe, so it'd make you think go Eddie and Alicia, but I think they see more stock in Davey,
absolutely.
Yeah.
and I think and Alicia obviously being long-term knockout,
You mean Angelina?
Angelina being beautiful people.
Well, is Eddie's wife part of TNA?
Yeah, but she is. Scotty's put the chat room. Apparently, on Wikipedia, Alicia debuted in 2006, so she shouldn't be green.
Oh wow.
But the matches I've seen with her, she does come across like she's
TV wrestling is different to
absolutely.
it's one of those things that sometimes these people they're out there wrestling for 10-15 years, but you go to a TV taping, it's a whole different kettle of fish, isn't it?
You've got to get your timing right. You've got to be in the camera angles and that kind of stuff. We
And
know a
therefore-
little bit about it ourselves. It is challenging.
And also when they start thinking that, the wrestling pulls away.
Yeah.
It's something you have to bed in, and there's not a lot of TV wrestling like to that level.
No, to that level you've got to
A lot of independent shows are shown on like fight apps and stuff, but I mean,
You've got to get certain timings. Yes.
yeah, and commercials. I know they don't have tape; it's taped, but they still have to fit in times to go to break.
I think this is going to be an interesting match. I think these guys are going to want to. Angelina especially is she loves what she does.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to want to really kind of cement this as a nasty match. And I think it needs to be.
Mm.
Fun fact, a little bit of trivia from this game. Slammiversary last year. No, normally we sometimes we do timeline. We're not going to do timeline, but there was a Full Metal Mayhem match this time last year at Slammiversary.
Oh.
Can you tell me who it was between?
Was it Rosemary?
Nope, 2 men. And I'll give you a clue. It started probably one of TNA's biggest viral storylines.
Oh.
Was it Matt v Jeff?
It was Matt v Jeff.
And he
Wow.
got broken.
That's when he got broken.
Wow.
That's when it started.
That's wild.
And you think about now, Matt and Jeff are now on Raw.
So I assume Davey and Angelina will be on Raw next year.
Do you know what? I love that. Why not?
What is the chat room looking like?
It looks like they're going Eddie Alicia.
Well, we're split again.
It's only for 1 point, so you can afford to be, I suppose.
Yeah.
We can't be. We can't afford to be.
The next match is also for 1 point, and it is Jeremy Borash and Joseph Park versus Scott Steiner and Josh Matthews. This is for 1 point. No stipulations to this, is there? It's just
No, but they teased on this week's Impact on commentary, which has been my biggest bugbear the last month, the fact that they've had this feuding announcers on commentary, that it's going to be no DQ.
Oh.
Because JB
Kinda
mentioned
needed
something
to,
like,
yeah.
oh, you haven't read the small print of the contract. Because they're teasing that Abyss is going to appear, or Joseph Park's going to bring Janice in. If those of you know what Janice is, it's a 2x4 with nails sticking out.
Would that the video packages have kind of been
It's teasing that.
pointing towards Abyss coming back with the action figures?
Well, Josh Matthews came back in commentary and went, "You're stupid. You use that, you're going to be DQ'd." And he's like, "Yeah, you haven't read this small print in the contract, have you?" He's like, "What? What do you mean?" And then they just moved on.
Yeah.
And that was it. So I'm wondering if this is going to be no DQ.
Question: is this the blow off to JB versus Josh?
I God hope so.
So therefore, you have to go babyfaces over, and Steiner potentially might not be with Impact going forwards.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we let Steiner tell us himself? While you guys in the chat room tell us who you think is going to win, JB and Parks or
Steiner and Matthews.
Steiner and Matthews. Thank you. And we're going to throw some comments from Scott Steiner himself. If I can go for a wee.
It's like 4 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, go for a wee.
he didn't ask these questions. It's conference call, but he's asked the questions and I generated the answers.
What do you think of it? Yeah, somebody's gonna get punched. Maybe all three of them. Josh Bass should call me up. Want to know if I could do what I do best, beat people up. The money's right, so I said yes. And that's the way I think the ball got rolling. So why do you hate Jeremy Borash as much as you do? It's not a deep-rooted heat. I mean, I just look at the butterball and, it's like, when I do my interviews, it's like, I speak the truth. I hate fat asses. And Jeremy's put on some weight. So, it's not deep-rooted, but it's like, it's hard. It's not it's still kind of just a bitch slap. That's about how much hate it is. It's not really that's enough full pitch punch. It's a bitch slap, Jeremy. Josh Matthews is your partner tonight. What are your thoughts of him, considering how limited in-ring competition he has had? All he has to do is, when I beat these guys to a pulp, all he's got to do is get on top and cover 1, 2, 3 when the guy's unconscious. So that's his job. It's pretty simple. If he can fall down to his knees and flop on somebody, that's all he needs to do. As many long-term fans remember, you are a bit of a whiz when it comes to maths, especially giving people chances and probabilities of winning their matches within Impact Wrestling. Can you work out the probability of Joseph Parks and Jeremy Borash beating you tonight at Slammiversary? Unfortunately, I don't have, 0. It's pretty hard to come up with a very interesting way to put 0. As far as I'm like, that's a very, a lot of people love that interview.
He just felt like he was. This was his idea to do it as well.
Yeah. You weren't talking. You weren't actually asking these questions.
Yeah.
You edited it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one made more sense.
Yeah. Oh no, it does. It does.
I'm not going to do every chronicle, but it's the ones where it's relevant.
Yeah, he seemed really like.
The pineapple one was me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it makes it seem well. I think it's interesting. I think it's when something comes out with. It's quite interesting. It's not as exciting as even though I noted it, I didn't think it was as exciting as I think everyone thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Last question, Scott, in this part. What is your status with Impact Wrestling following Slammiversary? We know you'll be there tonight for the pay-per-view, but what happens after Slammiversary? I haven't had any talks on anything past this, past Slammiversary. But I'm open to the fact where if somebody wants to hire me again to beat somebody up that they don't like, whether it be in the impact zone or we got these like I said, I always said like these Facebook wars, anybody in the Orlando area that wants to call me up and take out a letter that you have a problem with where they decrease their film bill or your bill by making frivolous phone calls you to run up the bill. I could do that too, so no, I'm open with suggestions. You want to call me up, I'll beat somebody up.
Okay, come in really quick.
Ready to come again?
Yeah.
So that was your Slammiversary preview. Oh, we were talking the whole time Scott was talking. That was Scott Steiner being
Scott Steiner.
Being Scott Steiner.
We had to say big thank you to Impact Wrestling UK for help for inviting TWS to have that conversation with Scott. It was interesting, and there is more coming.
Yeah. If
you're listening on podcast, TWS Overload. We haven't done Overload in ages.
Overload.
That music is coming. Is coming up after the main show. We've got probably another. I think it's about another 16 odd minutes with Scott Steiner. Some interesting conversation. He covers WWE. He covers Hall of Fame. He covers pretty much everything you kind of want him to, as well. And Pineapplegate.
Of course.
Yeah.
More importantly.
Yeah. He sounded out of breath like he was using that sexy weight then.
I like it the fact he didn't like fat asses.
I was under. It was great thing to be involved in, but I was expecting more.
Yeah.
As in, to make your own decision. But I was expecting more from Scott Steiner. I was expecting a lot more kind of out there kind of stuff, and it wasn't that risque as people kind of thought it was. But it's still an interesting listen.
Maybe he's calmed down.
It's a bit older now.
We actually asked him that.
Oh,
There was actually a question about, has he toned it down?
that's a perfect setup for when you tune into Overload.
There you go.
Guys, we need to know in the chat room, what's it looking like?
Abyss and JB.
I think, Joe, we should do that too.
Yeah.
Whereas
'Cause I'm
we've
gonna
gone-
go with this-
We've gone Steiner. Matthews.
So it's podcast. Interestingly though, I think I'm going to use your logic. I think Abyss might go into the Hall of Fame and this will be his. Plus, Abyss and JB are staying past here.
Yes.
All we want to see is Matthews laying down. That's what the idea of this whole build has been, to get JB to punch Matthews and pin him.
I'm curious to know what they do with this. I'm curious to know what they do with Scott Steiner afterwards as well. I think my concern is this will continue in some form or fashion between JB and Matthews.
It's hard not to with them doing what they're doing.
Though they are bringing Don West back for Slammiversary commentary. So does that mean they put Don West in the chair?
Buy everything! Buy everything!
You two are
Stop it.
Are very.
We're different to Don West.
No, you're not. You are the Don West of your own
Yeah, we
universe.
The brothers.bigcartel.com.
What?
While we're on the Scott Steiner subject, have you seen his workout DVD?
Is there a workout DVD?
There is that you need to
He
see.
doesn't use
this.
weights, he uses women.
He uses sexy weight, Dan.
Does he?
He said, I need some more sexy weight.
You need to
I
YouTube
like
this.
this. I'm going to check this out.
Everyone listening, after this, don't do it now. After this, YouTube Scott Steiner's workout DVD.
Talking of sexy weight, the next match is for 2 out of 3 falls for the X Division title between Sanjay Dutt and Low Key. This is 2 points. And I can tell you that we're split. Matthew have gone Sanjay Dutt, a podcast Low Key.
So this match is a rematch, will be with 2 out of 3 falls from a couple of weeks ago from Impact, which main evented Impact, where Sanjay Dutt won the X Division title for the first time ever against Low Key. Friend of the show, Low Key.
Yeah.
Man with the best voice in wrestling.
Best voice.
Voiceover guy.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see them basically taking the title off Sanjay yet. I think he got a good reaction over in India, and it looked good. I think you kind of want to give him a bit of run. I think Low Key's excellent. I love the Hitman gimmick.
Yeah, it's cool.
Would you want to wrestle? I know you guys used to wrestle in kind of trousers and a shirt, but would you want to wrestle in a suit with a jacket and that kind of stuff? That for me just seems crazy.
I wouldn't want to, but I would.
We've come very close, Dan.
Yeah. I agree with you. I think we'd go Dutt because first time ever. Don't have him a 2-week title reign.
No, yeah, I think it's that hot shot title kind of thing, isn't it?
You've got to build this now to.
Though, playing my own devil's advocate here, Sanjay Dutt's a face.
Mm-hmm.
There aren't, apart from Trevor Lee, there's no other real heels on the X Division.
Could there be a new one coming in the tapings? Because they're going to have some surprises at tapings, I'm sure.
They are, but they are kind of positioning on this week's Impacts that Matt Sardell, Evan Bourne, is kind of next in line. I suppose you could do face to face, that's fine.
Yeah.
But
I guess it's easy fodder for the tapings. Well, if Loki wins it, you do the rematch at the tapings. You get a couple.
you could do it.
They can stretch it out.
It could go over. I sit in the camp that you don't want to hot shot that title.
I agree.
Potato it, and I think 2 out of 3 falls. Doesn't that always kind of lead to maybe the face kind of overall winning?
You would have thought so, yeah.
It'd be a good match over 2 out of 3 falls.
It's going to be a good match.
Extended match.
It will be, but the problem is 2 out of 3 falls. You sit on your hand until really the last fall, don't you? That's the problem.
Or
they did 2 falls straight.
Yeah. Joe likes the eye for the eye, eye for an eye build.
Build up was very physical.
See the graphic pictures of the Dutt's eye.
Well, he returned the favour, didn't he?
He
To
did.
Loki?
No, that was actually done by the ropes.
Oh, was it?
If you actually go back and watch it, he caught himself on the ropes.
Oh, okay.
But
Just
Loki,
worked
being
out.
an absolute monster, just
Yeah.
carried on. Do you remember this? This is the guy who got caught by Drew, as in McIntyre as he now is, but Drew Galloway when he debuted with a pole on the side of the head and cut the back end of his head open during the debut of that group they were in. Joe was in it as well. MVP group. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are they called?
Kenny King was in it for a bit.
Yes.
Damn it.
We're going to be told the chat video, but
Let us know.
they were quite a good faction actually at one point. Because Lashley was in it as well, I think, at one point.
Oh.
Anyway.
Well, I think it was the Mafia thing, but it's not.
It's not
That's
Mafia,
what I was thinking.
no. Well, the chat room are going for Low Key.
Okay, so we're split again. So we got Podcast and Live going Low Key, and Joe and I are going Dutt with Mafia.
I think you keep it on the face itself.
I agree.
Um,
But we'll see. The next one is for 3 points. This is the Women's Unification Championship. You got Rosemary and Sienna.
It was Beatdown Clan.
that what it was?
That's what it was. Thank you, Scotty, in our chat room. That's what you got over there.
BDC.
BDC?
Yeah.
And not the DCC, the BDC.
DCC.
DC on our wall, yeah.
We had one of them out with us.
Yes. Oh, we should have taken that mask.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can tell you right now, Mafia and Podcast are both gone Rosemary. I'm gonna go straight to Rosemary.
Yeah.
Can I throw something out here now?
Yeah.
Question, when we're getting to we've got 2 unification matches on this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we know that GFW, as we believe, is taking over and the TNA, the Impact moniker is being dropped.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
My question is, traditionally in this kind of situation, you would think that the Impact titles, whoever wins, the Impact title will kind of be kept around.
Yeah.
Because of the branding, do you just use the GFW titles off? Whoever wins the 2 unification matches.
The way I see it is, it's the Global Force title now, or they'll have a new one.
Yeah.
But I just don't see them doing it.
Do you want to keep that history though, don't you? You want to keep that.
The NWA title was the original.
Yeah.
And they dropped that. That was
I
famous.
really like the Impact title.
I do too. Fair enough, I was in this conversation with Sybil and she said she prefers the look of the GFW titles.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
And I prefer the look of the Impact titles.
I tell you what I really like is the IWGP heavyweight title.
That's not involved in this. It's not that kind of unification.
That's so cool. I've not much to say on it. I just think it's Rosemary.
I think the Rosemary is the obvious one, but I think they're quite hot on Sienna.
Yeah.
I really do.
Has she lost?
Yes, she has.
Not
Bear in mind,
regularly.
Sienna's got a backup as well, in the form of KM, Congo Kong, Laurent Van Ness. I mean, Rosemary has been tied to Ali, and I think ultimately that's who's going to be getting the next title shot after is Ali. But you could do Ali v Sienna, you could do Ali v Rosemary. Both storyline works, or you could do a 3-way.
Yeah.
I think either way, I think it's going to be a really good match.
Yeah.
I think Rosemary is going to we had a chat with her, and she said she even said there is pressure on them to kind of be
Gail Kim versus Awesome Kong.
Gail Kim versus Kong, Gail Kim versus Taryn Terrell.
I was about to say.
They're almost got they're trying to find.
Crazy that Taryn Terrell's in there.
Bizarre. No, no longer wrestling now either.
Really?
Yeah, she had kids and not longer wrestling. Step back from wrestling.
Interesting fact, she used to go with Carlton from Fresh Prince before Drew McIntyre.
Oh.
No, really?
Mm-hmm.
What? Taryn Terrell?
She went over Carlton from Fresh Prince for a long period of time. Then she left him for Drew McIntyre and then left him in there the way she did.
It's like 20 degrees separation, everyone's kind of connects. Wow, I didn't know
I
that.
feel like I have to double check this because that is so outlandish.
If so, she has the best taste in men.
She's gonna be tweeting us at TWS Radio going, no, actually, I didn't.
But I'm going Rosemary. What is the live looking?
I can tell you our team was a clean sweep for Rosemary, but I am beginning to wonder whether they might put on Sienna.
Well, chat room's gone Sienna by the looks of it.
So, podcast, what do they go for, Scott?
Rosemary. Says everyone got Rosemary, yeah?
No, chat room's gone Sienna.
Oh!
Ooh.
Sorry. I can read out a Wikipedia page.
Okay.
Go on.
In 2008, Terrell became a vegan due to animal rights. However, she revealed wrong line. Terrell previously dated Alfonso Ribeiro,
Yeah, there it
also
is.
known as Carlton and Fresh Prince.
Right, yes.
In 2008, Terrell got engaged to Drew McIntyre, appearing on screen as Drew McIntyre, Drew Galloway, sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then they, yeah. So, Carlton.
Spot on.
Come on.
Spot on.
Great.
So that leads us into our main
Well,
event.
that's just random. You go from Carlton
To Drew McIntyre.
to Drew McIntyre.
That is the difference.
Like, and I'm not just talking about. I'm not doing any racial things, but the size difference.
And Scottish as well. Like it's a
You couldn't
very
get more
different
different.
thing.
I've met Drew McIntyre in person.
Yeah.
Honestly, TV doesn't do that guy justice.
Massive.
He is huge,
Unit.
and I'm 6'2",
Yeah, you are.
and he towers over me.
Yeah, every bit of it as well.
Every bit 6'2".
Attacking the chat room. Can we stop this myth that Gail versus Taryn was anything but other than adequate with one ridiculous bump?
Ooh.
I don't know. I've never actually watched the match.
It's a good match. Solid
What's the
match.
bump?
They do a bump from off of the. They used to have that elevated ramp
Just
to the ring like WCW did, and they did a bump off that, and they jumped over the ring steps on with a cutter,
Oh, Jesus.
with an RKO basically. It's an impressive look.
Wow.
I liked it. I think the reason why we talk so much about it is
Yeah.
because at the time no one thought Taryn Terrell was that
Could hang.
could hang with Gail
okay.
Kim. I think
Yeah.
that's the difference with it.
Oh, cool.
If I'm totally honest.
Yeah.
We're on to the main event for 3 points. It's a unification match between Bobby Lashley and Alberto El Patron.
Yeah, man. Here we go.
Not El Del Rio, Patron.
Patron. He's also a big man in person.
Yeah, well, maybe. I can imagine he is, though. He looks tall.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
He's a very scary, intimidating person.
Who do they do with this? Because I think Lashley
Mm-hmm.
is their golden child.
Seems that way, doesn't
I
it?
think they're trying to. I think they're again similar to EC3. I think they're a little bit worried that WWE could snoop.
I think there's definitely some interest there. Well,
Yeah.
wouldn't surprise me. And Lashley makes money, but the thing is with Lashley, he's tied in by Bellator as well.
Yeah.
So he fights for Bellator.
True.
So
I hate the way he wears the fight kit.
Do you?
It's just, I don't know, headband.
The headband in the ring is a bit weird, but he I wouldn't tell him to his face. People wear
He couldn't
headbands.
take
People
me.
wear headbands, hey Scott.
Yeah. He
Um,
couldn't take me either.
I can't. I can
Look
see
at those
this,
arms.
I can see this going.
You see his arms?
I can see this going either way. I really could. Cause I think,
Yeah.
So much so that you team's gone Lashley and podcast are going El Patron.
yeah. And I actually think it's going. I said to my guy, I think it's going to be Patron because they seem to be quite hot on him and he's fairly new.
The way I see it, I'm going wrestling logic for this one. Impact ended with the El Patron up.
Yes, you win on
So
TV, you lose
goes
on
up.
paper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lashley's going up.
Mm.
But saying that, he didn't pin Lashley,
No.
which would have been like the really big giveaway. He pinned Congo Kong. So you think that could have been a little bit of a red herring.
Could they? I want to throw this out though.
Didn't Lashley end Slammiversary last year winning after beating EC3? Or Matt Hardy or someone? wasn't it?
Matt Hardy was in the
Oh, of course,
Formula
yeah.
M.
That was the year before, I think.
Lashley has held it. He has lost to David Richards since then. And
Yeah,
Davey
right.
Edwards, sorry, and won.
Davey Edwards.
What am I saying? Eddie Edwards,
Eddie Edwards.
and won it back.
Yeah, because they were in the deletion thing.
Yeah, they were indeed.
Falling around in the grass.
In the grass.
I'd love to have been there telling them, Lashley, go run around that grass.
Actually, Canada's champion we haven't mentioned is the cornerman.
Yeah.
Now, Patron's got his dad.
Yep.
Whose name I never pronounce rightly.
Dos Castros.
That's the one.
Clearly we can't either.
That's the one.
And Lashley has...
King Mo, formerly of Impact himself. He also Bellator.
Wow.
So you've got those two cornermen, and hopefully his dad will wear the mask. That he's got to come out of the mask.
You
That's
would
gonna be
have
so
thought so.
cool.
I'm going to be honest. I don't care about this match.
I don't think a lot of people do, and I think someone in the chat room kind of put it on the attack in the chat room said Del Rio was boring, and I know a couple of our people have said that as well in our kind of private chats. That I think this match is them trying to position a similar kind of feel to Brock, Joe.
Yeah.
And these two have more credentials than
Absolutely,
Joe and Brock.
yeah,
Like, Brock
absolutely.
has got credentials. Joe actually hasn't. He does a lot of training. These two are legit MMA backgrounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this match is going to be painful. I think hard hitting.
I hope.
I think people go into like get what people are saying. The fact that Del Rio, and I agree. I find Del Rio a little bit boring. I think this could surprise us.
Yeah,
I got this funny thing. They're going to go, holy cow, these guys
I'm going for it.
going for it.
I hope so. I hope they don't like. I when I see wrestlers kind of in their shirts, just kind of out there, I do worry that is this a paycheck, and they're not thinking let's set the world alight.
Yeah.
But hopefully for Slammiversary, I hope they'll get there. I hope someone G's them up, and they're just like, let's, look what New Japan's doing right now. Look what WWE, look what everyone's doing. We're the ones being left behind. Let's go and just do one of the best pay-per-views and prove a point, because this is one of the two pay-per-views they even do now.
Yeah, we understand there's going to be this in Bound for Glory.
But the one thing they're lacking is buzz as well, and these guys are in a position to create that buzz themselves.
Yeah, and I think with those two, I think it does look good on paper. I think when you see Bobby Lashley versus Del Rio, basically, I think a lot of people go, that's a hell of a main event.
It's a fresh match.
Yeah.
True.
And we've got to bear in mind as well, actually, we have to bear in mind that Del Rio has already beaten Lashley once
Yeah.
for the title, and they stripped him on the title because there was a referee, I think his legs were on the right, or something like that, and he wasn't, and he then stripped him the title and had to get back to Lashley. So, for me, I think you then that means that, for me, highlights that Del Rio's winning this.
It does,
Sorry,
yeah.
Patron's winning it.
Yeah.
But I know my team vote will be they've gone Lashley.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go Lashley, I think, because I'm just going to go Wrestler Logic. I
Yeah.
have no clue.
Well,
Actually, we're a podcast in there, because they've gone the opposite. Podcasts are further behind now.
Podcast on 97.
Yeah, we'll go for it.
well, live have gone with El Patron.
We are split in a
Oh,
lot of
and you guys
areas.
are only 3 points apart as well.
Wow.
Live and the team and family.
Good grief.
Should we change it just to be safe? We'll just stick with that.
There are lots of options. I think this is going to be an interesting paper. Now we need to point out for those of you that are wondering, because I don't know if it's necessarily gone a little bit under the radar. It airs live in the States tonight.
Yep.
On pay-per-view. Over here we get it for free. Thank you, Impact.
Yeah.
Monday night on Spike UK TV.
Oh, okay. So
So-
we're getting it live.
No, we're not going live.
Oh.
There are ways of watching live, I'm sure everyone knows, but
Yeah.
you can get it on Spike TV on Monday night. I think it's 9 o'clock if memory serves me. I've already put on my planner.
Cool.
So make sure you watch it.
Yeah.
And let us know. We'll want your feedback on it, and we'll probably have a little rundown of what happened next week on the show.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to give it a watch.
I think a couple of our listeners messaged me today asking me when it was on. And they said they're going to give it a go for the first time they watched Impact. I won't say names, so I won't embarrass people. First time they watched Impact in a number of years.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you know what? Try it.
Yeah.
What have you got to lose? We always say we want more wrestling. We want to enjoy wrestling.
Yeah.
This is a match we've never really seen on pay-per-view before.
Yeah, exactly.
Del Rio and Lashley. Plus you've got a great X Division title match. I think this Full Metal Mayhem is going to be off the chain.
I love a gimmick.
And I think EC3 and James Storm are going to leave it in the ring as well. I think there's a lot of matches here that are going to try and hit out of the park. Yes, there are some comedy. Yes, there is some filler.
You need a mix. It's a variety show.
Tell me one WWE pay-per-view that had a match after match after match was all knocking out of the park.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't.
And I know we joked about it earlier, the whole workout starts Monday thing, and TNA's like kept trying to shuffle the deck every now and then. But I think this more than ever, I'm actually willing to see what they're capable of. I want to see where it goes.
I'm gonna watch it, for sure. So it's I just hope it's good. There's no part of me that wants it not to be good.
No.
I know some people feel that way, which is bizarre to me.
I desperately want to come away from watching it going, wow.
I would watch Impact.
Yeah.
Another way of looking at it as well, and I know we've got to wrap this up, but is WWE has a pay-per-view every 3 to 4 weeks. You look at both brands. Almost 2, right?
Yeah.
So from a competitor's point of view, it's kind of like, well, as Scott said about it, they can phone it in a little bit. You probably got that ability to phone it more in with WWE. I know there's a reason why you wouldn't, that kind of stuff, but because you know that there's another pay-per-view coming up. These guys, their first pay-per-view.
This is one of 2 this year.
Since Bound for Glory, since October last year.
They're doing 40 minutes of pay-per-view each.
Yeah, so they are going to go, I want to get my name out there. Whether it's a WWE look at them or whatever, they want to be centre stage.
And like I said, with New Japan doing what they did last night with all the buzz, with WWE in general, they're going to have a B under their bonnet. People like EC3, I feel like they really do. They go out and go, no, I'm not getting left behind. I'm not going to have no Twitter buzz. I'm going to go out there tonight and I'm going to prove a point. And I hope that's how they all go out.
And I think a lot of them got points to prove. You look at EC3, mentioned James Storm. He
like Rosemary and Sienna, I think.
Yeah, Rosemary and Sienna got a huge thing to prove. And to be fair, so have Davey and Eddie.
Yeah.
These guys have been pigeonholed as a tag team experts, they were positioned.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to push stuff single stars.
Yeah.
You've got, the tag title match kind of means nothing. I get all that. That'd be more of a showcase. But so's Dutt and Low Key. These guys come back to TNA. They want to prove they can still hang.
Yeah. Well, especially with all the buzz going on around the world, they've got more opportunity than anyone on that card to create that same buzz.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, like we said, Mafia will be back. Hopefully, something newsworthy comes of it.
Yeah.
And it's talked about next week. But that's been BroDans.
BroDans!
You expected family that would usually be an hour and 45. You got BroDans for nearly 2.5 hours.
Yeah, we got long.
So,
this is a special show.
And you've listening on podcast.
You've got more coming your way.
Yeah.
So if Exeter Kev on a Monday was worried about not filling his full day, you got over nearly 3 hours of content from TWS this week.
And Scott Steiner.
Exactly. It's kind of like Raw was finished and then out come the women.
Yeah, for the mainline class. So, guys, Dan, you got anything, last parting words or social medias you want to promote?
Just give us a follow at TWS Radio across the board on all social media, and don't forget to join us live next Sunday.
And James Daniels.
Oh yeah, and if you mind, if everyone could give at James Daniels MC, and I'm only on Facebook at the moment. I haven't really got
Can't wait to see your tweets.
Where's the merch coming?
Talking of merch, the brothersaw.bigcartel.com is our TBA's merch store. And I'm looking at, Exeter Kev. I'm actually calling people out by name now. C Twigs, Mighty Leo Quirk, Shinsuke Korma Face. Buy our stuff, man. Is that a good advert?
Great way to encourage customers. Bully them into it.
But yeah,
you haven't bought my merch.
We have our merch store, but we also on Instagram and Twitter we are by TBA. And on Facebook, we're at The Brothers Or. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is The Brothers Or. Lots of new content, 1 or 2 videos going up each week. We are everywhere, Dan, yes. You can also follow Lissy on Instagram at LissyDoes and Kieran at _Bruce01 on Twitter and Instagram.
Do you know what? For 1 week, I will have a heart attack when I listen back to this show and you guys have actually plugged our social media. TWS Radio.
No, I plug it all to start, don't I? Because we talk about the Facebook, the Periscope.
The number of times you go, don't give us a follow at Total Wrestling Show. It's like, no, it's at TWS Radio.
I'm getting a phone call from Lissy.
That